I'm going to turn our program on.
Sounds glorious.
Look at all the hunky boys.
Not people, brains.
Stop your grinning and drop your linen. Found them.
Where's your pass?
Screw your pass.
Due to the recent events that have occurred, effective immediately, all classes are suspended until further notice.
Welcome. You're listening to Students of Horror, where we don't claim to be authorities on the subject,
but students of the genre, expanding our studies one movie at a time.
Our assignment for this episode is 2004's Dawn of the Dead, as we study the subject of zombies. Thanks so much for joining our study session. Started off with roll call. Sam.
Hey, sup? Oh, sup?
He forgot his trademark greeting. Sam is present. I am present as well, Brian. And Ross, are you here today?
Oh, hey! I'm back for my long extended field trips and extra credit materials. Where was I last week? Was that in Iraq digging up statues, or I don't know. I don't know what the lineup is.
You were up at a glass house in the 13 Ghosts trying to.
You
moved into a new place, and it was this glass house.
Was the house from? Yeah. God, the fucking reception sucks.
So
you're still setting everything up.
So awesome. We have all students present. Great.
So excited to have you back. It's so funny how everywhere you traveled related to one of the movies we were covering.
It's like we're cursed or something.
Oh, perhaps. I was going to say you're just
lucky.
Really overcommitted.
I'm overcommitted to getting straight A's, to be totally honest with you.
That's right. And we're so excited to have you back. And we are also very excited to have brand new guests joining the show. We have Emma and Allie from Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks. Welcome. Welcome to Students of Horror.
I'm also present. We are present today. I am here. We are here.
The exchange students. There are.
Right. Yeah.
From San Diego.
Exactly.
Yes. So mysterious.
You're right. Oh.
Like it.
Now, like I said, they are from Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks. Do you want to, which one? I should have asked you before this. Pitch the show a little bit. Tell our audience where they can find you.
Allie, I would like you to take this one.
Interesting. Okay. Emma usually does this. We're Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks, and this was my beautiful best friend Emma's brainchild. And 3 years ago, basically, she just came to me. She said, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast about horror movies?" And I was the natural fit because I myself love horror movies, and that brought us together years and years ago. And finally, we're doing something with that power and knowledge. And we just like spooky shit. We like to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
And we review like movies from every subgenre, every era. We try to do like a mix of like, old, and then we'll do like, kind of like 90s, 2000s, and then maybe a little newer, like more modern, current, and then like kind of cycle through again.
Awesome.
So like we've got anything and everything. And we're just like slowly trying to make our way through the massive catalog of horror movies that we will never run out of. So
Certainly. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah. And then another fun thing too is that I generally, thank you. I generally like almost every single horror movie for some reason, where Allie usually fucking hates like a lot of horror movies for some reason. So we make it. Sorry. Dislike.
I'm a harsher critic. How about that?
Yes. So we make a good dynamic.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, there's both sides of the spectrum.
We got Mrs. Sunshine over here, and I'm like, let me see that again.
Yeah.
Sure. I would say Ross is the
Mr.
happiest to
Sunshine.
Accommodate all movies of the three of us.
You would be.
Yes, Mr. Sunshine.
I am Ross, and Ross is me.
Exactly.
And Brian's our producer because producers are neutral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can be harsh though at times.
You and I both.
Yeah. Which is good. It's
Just
not we're not
depends,
all loving the same thing, and that's great about you too as well.
Exactly.
And
But we still all love each other.
Absolutely.
That matters.
And we love horror.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's true.
I'll do. Yeah. We'll put a link to your show description, show notes, and all that kind of stuff down below, and get people over to you, hopefully. Before we continue, I must also take a moment to thank our study buddies, our patrons whose generous support keep the club strong for just $3 a month.
Ooh. That's not a lot at all.
That's right. No, it's not. And if you want to support us in other ways, subscribe, rate, review, comment, share the show, tell your friends, and jump into our Discord. It's free for anybody, so you can come in and chat with us, chat about horror, and link to all that in the show description.
Now, with all students present and the study buddies avowed, the exchange students welcomed, it's time to crack open the goo book and officially begin tonight's meeting.
Give me that goo.
Thanks, Sergio. Logline for Dawn of the Dead: a nurse, a policeman, a young married couple, and other survivors of a worldwide plague that is producing aggressive, flesh-eating zombies take refuge in a mega Midwestern shopping mall. It is incredibly wordy.
That's very
so
wordy. Yeah, that's a lot of marbles. But yeah, I mean, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it gets the point across.
It does, but also I'm looking at it on the screen too, Brian. You just read it and it sounds so much longer coming out of your mouth than it looks on the page. And I'm like, how's it even possible?
Yeah.
It's a
He's reading with fervor.
Yeah.
it's what
I mean, I probably would have gone survivors try and survive.
Survivors trying to survive.
Try and
Good job.
survive zombie apocalypse in a mall.
True.
If we're going as far as like
it.
education and trying to make sure we're all on the same page of knowledge basis, it's a little confusing as a student, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on
Absolutely.
there. It's like a TARDIS sentence that like it looks small and then it's bigger on the inside when you say it.
Bigger on the
Exactly.
inside, bigger when you read it. No, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Classic
Class.
sentence.
Classic sentence structure.
Taglines. When the undead rise, civilization will fall.
Not bad.
Don't.
Fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I would say generic, but, you know.
I feel like they could do so much better. Like,
Yeah.
oh, also,
Let's see if any of them are better. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we forgot to ask, but I'm guessing like we can go full spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen
We
it.
shall, and after we do
We will
Oh,
soon,
you have a
but
spoiler.
not yet.
Yes, you have a
spoiler-free
spoiler. Okay.
section up top.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It'll be
After credits,
yeah,
more or less.
shortly. When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Which is
That is the one.
Classic.
Fantastic.
It's on that's on the poster. It just works so well.
Mhm.
I
Especially if you know
That
the
was on
movie.
my poster.
I said that to my husband today because think about it.
Oh yeah,
Just think
just
about
by coincidence.
Yeah, just in regular life.
You just think- hey, you know, I was thinking, there's really like no more room in hell. They'll probably just be walking around up here.
Well, you know, and then I'm like, you know, I don't what's gonna happen to us, you know, when there's no more room.
Then
I
where
don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think because we were at the mall and there were a lot of people, and I'm like, you know what? That might happen.
This is where they're going to
Think
come.
about it.
Mhm.
Ali, I kind of want to see you
Did
like.
he think about it?
I thought about it, and he did too.
Ali, I kind of want to. I want to see you like I want to see you take taglines from like horror films and then just say them to Kevin like in real
Just try
life.
to integrate them into normal dialogue.
Yeah, with like no context, and then just see like what happens. Like that'd be a
I
fun
love that.
social experiment.
Challenge accepted.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep
Nice.
you posted.
A couple more for this one. There was plenty more, but I trimmed a bunch of the fat. How do you kill what's already dead? That'd be fun to work
I
on
like that one.
conversation.
Yeah,
I mean, in the
And
head,
brain.
we have the answer.
Right. Yeah, it's right there.
Dot in the head.
36 billion people have died since the reign of humanity. For the new dawn, there's a reunion.
Fired.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fine.
That feels like the first chat GPT.
Definitely.
That sounded like two manatees just pushing word balls into like center mass and be like, that worked. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
They'll figure it
sure, I
out. They'll
think so.
figure it out.
Man.
Yeah.
Real bad, huh?
Another classic sentence structure.
Classic sentence structure.
So classic.
Two manatees. All right. Let's go to the credits here. So the movies are made by people. People made this movie. It's directed by Zack Snyder.
Okay.
This is
First film.
debut. He went on to have a controversial career, we'll call it.
Yeah.
And it was written by James Gunn, who's might be headed in that direction. Zack Snyder, horror-wise, also directed Army of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, we all know him from a lot of DC stuff, I would imagine.
300 as well.
Watchmen, 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And we typically only list like the horror credits, but if there's like a movie that you're like, I love this person in that one, feel free to shout it out too.
Zack Snyder, to me, it's so funny. He's one of those directors where you hear his name all the time and you look at his filmography and you're like, interesting. Why do I talk about him ever? Really?
Right.
Yeah, he's got
that
passionate fan base, I
But he's
guess.
also got
And he
that like,
started
executive
strong.
producer stuff too. So I feel like Snyder's stuff is in a lot of pies, but he's not directing like some of the main stuff. He like the smaller stuff he directed.
Absolutely.
It's not small.
It's got to a point where people call it like the Snyderverse. Well, in the Snyderverse,
Yeah.
that's like, almost a
Whoa.
subgenre of the DCCU.
Yeah, his version of that, and that's what they love. I don't know why
Right.
people went so hard for it, but yeah, it like blew up and whatnot or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, no, I think this is his best movie. And
Mhm.
before this, he did music videos, so that's what he came from. Was,
Oh, one of
He-
those.
he-
Oh.
Emma, My Chemical Romance is on there.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm okay with that.
Oh,
I'm okay
that's
with
cool.
that.
You're not okay with it?
Hey.
Wow.
Fun fact there
Wow.
is Emma and I danced to Helena at my wedding.
That's like
Oh,
our
That's
song.
amazing.
Oh, that's
Yes.
beautiful.
Mhm.
It's lovely.
We did like the whole like ballerina.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
yeah, you
situation.
did the-
Like, it was really
Yeah.
I
fun.
said, move over, husband. This one's for Emma and I.
Let's be real. We are actually married.
That's
Yeah.
that was our wedding. Yes.
I mean, I'm sure Sam Ross and I all danced with each other and pushed our wives out of way at our weddings.
Wait. Every single one.
Yeah. I mean, we certainly
danced.
certainly danced with each other.
As you should.
Big dancers. All right, James Gunn writing this. He started out in the trauma world with Tromeo and Juliet in 1996, plus a bunch of other trauma stuff. And then we just learned, because we just covered 13 Ghosts from 2001, he has an additional writing credit on that. So worked on that a little bit.
Mhm.
And then not most notably, bigger movies, Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. I did not realize that.
That's right.
I think we were a little bit
I forgot
older,
that. I
but
knew
I
it
remember
and forgot
I remember
type
seeing
of
the
thing.
first one and liking it, but I don't think I ever saw Scooby-Doo
Mhm.
2, because I think we were probably just out of high school going into college.
I think we worked at the movie theater when Scooby-Doo 2 came out.
I'm sorry, did I shock?
I love Scooby-Doo so much. We love Scooby-Doo.
I mean, the first one, I remember that first one, and I like
Scooby-Doo
that a lot,
lovers.
because I mean, that's Matthew Lillard popping in there and starting his
Oh,
career
yeah.
down that
Right.
path, which was awesome.
He actually said that literally saved his career. And I'm like, hey, do what you got to do. That's amazing.
Love it.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
It wasn't until recently that I found out that he still does the voice of Shaggy in like
Shaggy
all
in
the
the
cartoons.
cartoons.
Is Matthew
Oh, I
Lillard.
didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah.
Talk
It's-
about,
I'm
talk
down
about a
good
nice
path.
guy. He's the nicest human too.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that. And then Slither 2006, and I also put the Belko Experiment
Classic.
from 2016. But obviously all of James Gunn's is Marvel and now DC stuff as well.
Yeah. So do you think that whoever is the head of DC movies saw this movie and was like, we need to get
We
that
gotta-
director
we gotta get him.
to
Get
run
him both.
everything? And then when it didn't work, they're like, oh no, it wasn't the director, it was the
writer."
writer. Get him.
Like,
That would
what
make
happened
sense.
here?
Right.
Yeah.
Try the other way.
But and then the Guardians movies. I love the Guardians movies.
Yeah.
I don't know who's
Some of my
going to be
favorite.
pissed off by this or not, but I have a problem. Not a problem. I just am so over Chris Pratt. He's
Oh.
oversaturated that
Yeah.
Same.
it's
Yes.
almost ruined the entire Guardians universe for me a little bit.
Mhm. He has the
I haven't
ick.
gone back to him since my distaste for him began.
Yeah.
But I still think of those movies fondly.
Yeah.
And I would imagine I could watch Parks and Rec and still enjoy that.
Same.
I don't know.
I have gone back since I haven't liked him and watched Parks and Rec, and he feels like a very
Mhm.
different person. So it kind of is okay, but
Sure.
He's sort of separated.
Yeah.
Like,
for
I
sure.
just feel like he's a total separate person.
Yeah.
I've been on a Pratt pause for a while, and I feel
A
that
PP.
a PP, if
A
you,
little
if you will.
doctor's orders.
Doctor's orders. You know, you gotta take that PP.
He does.
ex-
Sorry, I got to throw this in. He has a horror credit in Jennifer's Body.
Oh, that's right. He does
Was
have
he
horror.
in
He
that?
was briefly Roman. Yep.
Ooh.
Roman.
He's like a cop that like is like just old enough to be a cop, but still like likes to flirt with the high school girls, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I only
Classic
saw
Pratt.
that somewhat recently,
Highly encourage
Same.
a rewatch.
but I've only seen it once. I really liked it.
If you haven't seen it recently, we encourage you going to see Jennifer's Body. Again, I keep calling it Megan's Body. Jennifer's Body. It was 2008 or 9, and watching it in 2026 is like, whoa. They were onto something and not ready for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Ross, I want to hear more about your PP.
Oh,
Wait, what?
on a
Pratt pause.
yeah.
His Pratt pause.
my Pratt pause. Yeah, I think the only added onto the Pratt pause, because I have smaller children, is Mario. So Mario's the only
Sure.
only
Yeah,
Pratt.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't have to physically see his face.
You don't see him. Same with Lego. You don't really know he's
Exactly.
there.
Isn't he in Garfield too?
Yeah.
You know what? We can say all we
can't be-
want
Could
about.
be. We don't watch
No,
that.
but we can say all we want about Chris Pratt, but he's laughing all the way to the bank, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's very
I
true.
don't care. That doesn't.
true.
Plenty of rich assholes laughing to the bank.
That's absolutely true. Too many.
True. Yeah.
But on paper, okay, I will give him credit for this. When I first read that he was going to be Mario, and then I actually heard the Mario voice, I was like, I'm not overly upset about this. Like, I thought this was going to be
No,
way
he's
worse.
fine.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, it's not good, but it's not terrible. Anyways,
All right.
moving on.
Pratt
Well,
talk
it's
is
not like
over.
an Italian cartoon. Sarah Polly as Anna. Sarah Polly was in Friday the 13th, the series, one episode of that in 1987.
Fun times.
She was in Existenz with Existenz with
Hell
a big X
yeah.
and a big Z,
Yeah.
and Splice.
Some Cronenberg? Splice,
Yep.
right?
I also remember her from Go.
Sure.
That was where I
Yep.
first saw old Timmy Olafini.
She was actually kind of like a much bigger than I knew her to be. She was almost heartthrobby status to my understanding. She was like big Emma. I didn't understand that until my older brother told me that she was one of the hot actresses of this time, and I was like, who? Sarah Polly?
Oh, interesting.
And now,
Right.
and now look at her. She's this crazy, amazing director, right? Go
Yeah.
women.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that she was that. I didn't know that she directs now.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you she directs, and what did she direct? I couldn't tell you. I think it's called like the women.
Okay.
It's I mean, truly, she like won an Academy Award like 2 years ago, I think. But she took this really odd career and has turned it into this behind the camera masterpiece.
I love that.
Awesome.
I kind of love when
Yeah, hell
actors
yeah.
do that.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, and she
What
was
a
also
great
in
alumni.
Yeah, and she's also in the studio when she is great at making fun of the industry, the studio, the show.
Mhm.
Oh,
So I love
Oh.
anybody who is in that show and can make fun of themselves.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Show was great.
We also have Ving Rhames as Kenneth. He was in Jacob's Ladder, People Under the
Mhm.
Stairs, Day of the
Mhm.
Dead from the 2008 remake of Day of the Dead, which I never saw, and I heard not the best things.
No, it's not. It's not that great. It's not that great.
Something called Evil Angel, and also Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D.
hell yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
And just honorable mention Pulp Fiction. But,
Oh my god,
Mhm.
yes.
you know,
100%.
Mission Impossible franchise.
yeah, that too.
Baby Boy, seen that?
Baby boy.
Yes. Because that just came up recently.
Yeah. And Jake Weber as Michael was in The Cell and something called Labyrinth from 2025, horror-wise.
Hmm.
We have Mekhi Phifer as Andre. Doesn't really have horror credits unless you consider 8 Mile a horror movie.
I would say Honey is a horror movie.
Okay, shots fired. Whoa. Wow.
Perfect.
Ty Burrell as Steve. Again, no horror credits, but of course, he later became famous as Phil Dunphy on
Mhm.
Modern
Oh,
Family.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have Michael Kelly as CJ. He was in Tooth and Nail 2007, Viral 2016, and Time of Death in 2025. I also know him as Doug Stamper from House of Cards.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We have Kevin Zegers as Terry. He was in the Mouth of Madness, which we've covered. You can go back and listen to that if you like. Komodo, Wrong Turn, and Vampire.
He's also in Gossip Girl, and I didn't realize I knew him from that.
yeah.
He was the shitty little drug dealer, wasn't he?
Damien Dalgard.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
We also have Michael Berry as Bart. No other real credits. And I think at this point, sorry, this is a really big cast, so I just named them at this point and we don't dive too much further. Besides, Lindy Booth as Nicole was also in American Psycho 2, All American Girl, Wrong Turn, and Cry Wolf. Lindy Booth and what's his name? Kevin Zegers were both in Wrong Turn together the year before this as like a couple. Yeah, which was interesting. And Jane Eastwood has been in a lot of stuff, and she is Norma.
Classic.
Then we have Boyd Banks as Tucker, in a Korobakina as Luda, R.D. Reed as Glenn, Kim Poirier as Monica,
Matt Frewer as Frank, Luis Ferreira as Louis, Hannah Lochner as Vivian, and Bruce Bone as Andy.
Aw.
Matt Frewer was Max Headroom, like the 80s wild TV show thing. As Matt Frewer. And he's done some other horror stuff that I can't think of.
He was,
He was
Lawnmower Man 2.
Lawnmower Man 2, yep.
Yeah. It shows the level
version.
of movies I watch if the first thing that pops in my head is, oh, you mean Lawnmower Man 2? I know
Obviously.
that guy. Obviously.
Lawnmower Man for kids. Perfect. Cool. Let's go over here.
Who is the horror forward?
First up, what subgenres does Dawn of the Dead fit into? I mean, most obviously, zombie, as we are studying it.
Fast zombies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Subgenre.
Yes.
Yeah. Sub.
Yeah. Sub.
Apocalyptic and survival, certainly. Like
Yeah.
zombies are.
Yeah. Remake.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If that's a subgenre.
Sure. I think
remake.
And
It's a classification.
It's listed as body horror, and I would agree with that. As somebody who does not like body horror, would agree with that.
okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's certainly
a lot of like
weird things infection can do, and
yes,
yeah,
some
makes it a little-
pustules and all that kind of
Yeah.
missing limbs. and
Also, like
whatnot.
early 2000s.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
What's interesting, Emma, it's funny you say that because it is technically early 2000s. However, in my brain, this does not fit into that
I
bucket.
know. It kind of doesn't. It doesn't have the sepia tone.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, it kind of.
It was different for its time. It wasn't like all the other movies. It kind of stood out.
Yeah.
Break away from that.
Yeah. From that turn of the century look.
And I think this is where Zack Snyder's vision, how he makes a movie, worked well. It was different. I can see the stylization of this being a thing of music videos in around that time as well.
Yeah.
Seeing a branch over to it. And then the writing of James Gunn, I would say also can make this like a dark comedy because it's certainly
for
humorous.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very, very funny.
Yeah.
Do we have any trigger warnings for this assignment?
I mean, there's like child death, if that's going to bother you. There's
child death.
Can I give a shout out to the movie for an opposite of a trigger warning and say props to them for not hurting Chips? Spoilers.
Yes.
They don't hurt the dog.
That's kind of a spoiler where that's totally fine with me.
Yeah.
So there's there's impending doom towards animals.
Yes.
Yes,
definitely impending doom.
Anxiety riddled scene.
Pregnancy stuff.
Yeah, if photos of pregnancy, I would. Yeah, mostly just the child death.
It doesn't. I think one of the security guards says a homophobic slur.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
He seems like he would.
Yeah, those type of guards. 2004.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, a
The
2004
in-character.
movie. Yeah, for sure. In that regards. And I think but otherwise it's just your normal zombie stuff.
Fair.
But okay, this will be interesting. I want to hear everyone's thoughts. Do you think this would please a gore hound?
I feel like it's right on the cusp. I don't know. It's close. I feel like I have some of that zombie blindness that's come up on our show before, where sometimes gore with zombie movies, where for some reason we
Different.
don't feel it as much. It's a little desensitized to it. Yeah.
It's got a weird one where I feel it's
I also
got
watched the unrated version. I watched the Snyder cut, so I don't know.
Ooh, Snyder cut. Yeah, I think that it is. There is a little bit of zombie blindness because there are some pretty gory scenes in this movie. But I think it's literally right on that razor's edge where I feel that it would appease a gorehound, but maybe on rewatches, as in because they're pretty fast paced too. Like some of the actual like zombie gore effects where they actually had like, you know, missing limbs and things around those lines. Like I caught that like second or third go around with some of the zombie horde than the first initial like, "Dig-ow!" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because everything is so fast paced. So maybe like a maybe on first watch, but maybe a leaning more towards definitely on, you know, second watch for a gorehound.
I'm thinking like Gorehound Light. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah.
Like still kind of in it, but like not your first choice if you're really trying to
acceptable.
there.
It's acceptable.
Yeah.
You're still gonna get commercials in it.
Yeah.
I'm still not eating during it, so that's my argument.
Perfect. I think that's good.
That's all Hallie has to say on this one.
Yeah.
And finally, is this an intro to horror movie or an advanced upper level class?
I took notes on this, and I definitely think this is not an intro level because there is some zombie nuance that if this is your first zombie movie, you're going to be so confused. Like, this is not an intro level class. I do not think so. We've got you have to step into a zombie movie with a little bit more ease. You know, you want your slow zombies, so you're absorbing what's happening.
Yeah.
This is the level of zombie where we kind of have to know what's going on, and a newcomer can't handle this level of zombie.
Yeah, shit goes 0 to 100.
They need some rules.
That's a good point.
They need some rules, and then we can advance.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
I like that. I feel like this is more like maybe a middle ground. It's like the person needs to have seen a zombie movie, and if they're like, "Oh, I liked this zombie movie. Do you recommend any other ones?" It's like, well, if you want to kick it up a notch, Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah,
This is
that's
like
a good way to put it. Yeah.
Horror 102.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Second year, they're like just, you know, they're getting their zombie feet wet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'd agree with all that. Just
Or bloody, I should say.
just because of the blood and stuff, it's just almost like we said. If it's like Gorehound Light, that might be a little bit too much for an intro person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That
True.
alone, yeah.
That's a good point.
Cool. All right. Spoiler zone. Zombies did it. Now you can talk about anything you want. Feel free.
Zombies did it.
The
Zombies did the whole thing.
People die, zombies did it.
It turns out the zombie was in our heart all along.
A little bit of IMDb behind the scenes to kick us off. When Ving Rhames heard of a remake of Dawn of the Dead was in production, he apparently tracked down the producers to be in the film. He really wanted to be involved with it. So
There was
he got there.
What's kind of interesting is the original Dawn of the Dead franchise has a lot of strong black male characters, and that's why he wanted to be in this new representation of this franchise, because it has like, even as somebody who was introduced to the original series at like a young age, it's so in my mind of there are black people and there are white people in this movie and they're strong characters. So he was so impressed with that too, that he wanted to be a part of that retelling for a different generation. And I was like, hell yeah. Also,
for sure.
Also, Ving Rhames, he's like my favorite part of this movie. I would trust him in this zombie world with my life. Yeah. Nobody else.
Oh yeah.
Why isn't he taking the lead?
For real.
Because he doesn't want to.
True.
Yeah.
He just wants to see his
But
brother.
I'd be pushing it on him.
Well, I think, they try a little bit. And his name is Kenneth, is supposed to be an homage to Ken Foree, who was in the original Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, which also, if this happens to be your first episode, we've covered all of the Dead Romero movies in our franchise with friends of ours, the Horror Bandwagon. So go check those out if you want to.
Yes.
Check if you want to check it out. You could listen to Dawn of the Dead original and then
remake, or go watch remake and go listen to us talk about the original, whatever you want. Although he had some strong reservations about some elements of the film, Romero professed to be surprisingly impressed with the film. So that's Nice.
Oh yeah.
When Anna is driving down a highway, a truck can be seen crashing into a gas station / diner. This is a reference to the original Night of the Living Dead. As Ben mentions, he was listening to a radio in a truck in a diner parking lot when a truck crashed into the gas pumps.
Nice.
Love that.
Yeah, that's funny. I always love that shot too. A lot of
it's
fun
such a good
shots in this
shot.
movie, but
Well, the intro to this movie alone is very impressive. We'll probably talk about it, but what an intro.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
certainly.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder personally chose most of the music used in the film. His choices included, obviously, The Man That Comes Around by Johnny Cash and Richard Cheese's cover of Disturbed's Down with the Sickness. Snyder was the only person who thought these songs should be in the film, as most of the producers were against it. And I think this would be not the same without all that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It really works with the movie.
Yeah.
Mhm. The tone of the movie.
Introduced a whole generation to Richard Cheese.
The music influence throughout this entire movie is definitely there, which I really appreciate as somebody who loves music in movies in general. I think it really hits.
For sure.
It makes this movie so much more enhanced. It like increases it by like 20% to me.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, 100%. Because this like is the ebb and flow of when you have a heavy soundtrack influence movie versus a heavy score influence movie.
Totally.
And then the 2000s was like you got the soundtrack to these fucking movies. And like, I think Snyder knew that. I mean, he was like, dude, if we had this, it's going to be, because that you're almost singing along while this insane shit is happening, because it's stuff you know what I mean? Where I feel like it works so well for this time era. And then obviously you see it kind of whittle down where it's mostly score centric, but like, God, I collect like soundtracks. So like this is, pinnacle.
Ingrained in my brain is, you better get up, now come down with the sickness. With
Richard Cheese.
And seeing
God.
Ty Burrell like fucking that girl and like involved just to that song, and I'm like, all right, I'm like 12 watching this, like, okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Lunacy. Yeah, like the lunacy is starting. You're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Mhm.
Love it.
Yeah, it's the juxtaposition of it, which is so funny because apparently, Zack Snyder being the only one that wanted this. James Gunn's movies have such a soundtrack heavy thing.
Yeah.
So needle drop. Yeah, absolutely.
Guardians
It's
of the like,
totally.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This is also, it says, the only Zack Snyder film to rarely use the traditional slow motion cinematography. Only Falling Bullets were shot in slow motion, which it's funny to think about his later films. It's a lot of slow motion.
It's a lot of
Or at
slow
least he's
motion.
certainly criticized for it a lot. I'm not familiar enough with his oeuvre to say.
There's plenty of it.
Writer James Gunn claims he received a massive amount of fan backlash, even death threats, when assigned to this film. Most of the hate messages claimed the hack who wrote the Scooby-Doo movies shouldn't be in charge of the Dawn of the Dead.
Hey, that's
How do you
so
feel
rude.
about that?
Well,
Yeah.
I think those people were wrong. How about that?
Hot take.
I think they were a bunch of dumb meanies and liars who didn't follow through on their threats.
What is, again, it's one of those where like, how many times have you had someone go in for a role or a writing or directing and they go like, they're not going to do that. This is going to suck. And then they go through and they're like, it's a pretty decent product or really good. You're like, oh no, okay, maybe I should. Yeah, maybe most people don't know what they're talking about when it comes to this industry.
We got to give people a chance.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
I guess even
Unless they're like just a piece of shit, but that's
for sure.
that's for different reasons.
Yeah.
But like,
Even give them a chance to show that they're a piece of shit.
there you go. Exactly. Either way, whatever way they're going to go, show us. You know?
The mall scenes of the film, as well as the rooftop scenes, were shot in the Thornhill Square Shopping Centre in Thornhill, Ontario. And the rest of the scenes were shot in the Eileen Willowbrook neighborhood of Thornhill and township of Caledon, East Ontario.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned
Canadian.
I guess they-
before.
Road trip.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there you go. It's in your
The mall
home
no
country,
longer
right?
exists.
It's not there anymore.
Oh,
It was actually in the process of like, it was
I just moved here
just for that.
just for this.
Yeah, it was the reason they shot there is because it was already going to be in the process of being torn down, so they were allowed to go in and kind of do what they wanted with it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy that they were already starting to tear down malls in 2000, 2002, 2003 when they filmed this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that still feels like
slowly.
That's
height
still
of
prime
mall time.
mall time.
I
It
know.
seems, right?
Guys, I think malls are back though, if we're being honest, which means that we now have valid places to hide again during a zombie apocalypse.
Ooh,
It's just got to be at the
At least
right
in San
time.
Diego.
See,
Yeah.
like I think the reason it works out, I was thinking about that specifically on my last watch, is like, it's because the infection seems to happen overnight. So the mall has already closed so
Right.
that nobody's in it.
Yeah.
So if it happens during the day
Exactly.
while there's a bunch of people there, it's just going to be so much harder.
Screwed.
Oh yeah, there's so many. Well, obviously we're gonna get into it because of just the huge, obviously glaring difference of slow zombies versus fast zombies in
It
the
changes everything.
narrative. It changes everything.
Some special effects stuff for the scene where Anna stitches Kenneth's wounds. The director hired a real nurse for the close-ups. She misunderstood the director's directions to go deeper and inadvertently punctured Ving Rhames' skin and stitched the prosthesis to his arm. He didn't say anything until after the scene was done filming, and the director thought the blood was merely a really good effect.
I love that so much in a weird way.
Oh, Mr. Rames, oh my god, gets
Tough
literally
guy,
on
huh?
camera getting shit sewn into his skin. He's like, I'm not gonna break character.
He's
I'm not
so
gonna break
fucking
character at all."
badass.
And that's
Wow,
why
what an
you,
amazing man.
that's why you want him in this zombie scenario. You want that
Yeah.
level of commitment.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Precisely.
He doesn't feel pain.
Right? who wouldn't want to be held in those big arms? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
Oh my
saying.
god, Ross,
seem
I was
very
thinking the
comforting.
same thing.
Yes. Are you kidding? Oh, just swaddled up.
We
You
just
could
all need to
you
take
could take
turns.
you in one arm. We're all in Big Rhames'
We're
arms.
all in Big
All
Rhames.
together.
I'm like, forget the zombie baby. Like, I'm a baby. Like, you could cradle me.
Zombie, I forgot about that.
Sub.
Zombie.
Oh my god, sub babies. Oh.
Some of the camera crew would wear plastic sheeting during the filming of some of the gorier scenes due to the amount of fake blood flying around.
There
Nice.
you go. Plenty of blood.
Splash zone.
The production had a blood cart on set all day due to the excessive amounts of fake blood being used.
Ooh.
Whatever
I
a
pulled
blood
out my
card is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blood cart.
Well, so what I was just gonna say is I found my DVD copy of this and
Yeah.
watched some of the
Nice.
special features on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
And one of them
pinnacle
was
special features.
all the zombie makeup stuff, and they basically had like something you would spray weeds with, you know, like you pump it
pressure
and
pump.
spray.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And that was full
filled
of blood.
with fake blood, and zombies. There'd just be a line of people that'd walk up and they'd spray the front
I
of them
love
down
that.
in different
Hell yeah.
ways with blood, and then
Love
next,
that.
and
Nice.
yeah, so on.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but Heather Langenkamp's FX team did this movie.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So pretty
I saw
Oh,
impressive.
is that what it was? I saw she worked on it, but I didn't
So
see
cool.
that
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Gotta
So
love
rad.
that.
That is cool.
And
Amazing.
I think all the blood and everything.
Which, for the listener, that's Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street.
I hope the listeners know
If you
that.
didn't put it to, yeah.
if you're listening to this podcast and you don't know who that
And
is,
don't
we have
know that.
to educate you more. We need more classroom time
Back
with
to
you.
class,
Exactly.
extra. Staying after for
Come
study
to
session.
office hours
Uh-huh.
or whatever.
By the end of production, 3,000 zombie makeup effects had been created. The zombies extras were paid $8.50 an hour. I included that because in the past movies we've talked about how that some of them were only paid $1 and like we were given like a newspaper from the movie. Like
Yeah, like a T-shirt,
Yeah.
and you got $1 for the
Yeah.
day, or a lot of it. I think the original Dawn of the Dead, a lot of it was just fans of Night of the Living Dead, like, please show up, we need bodies, and people
Yeah.
just did.
these were all, people being paid. As many as 50 makeup artists would be working on transforming actors into zombies for the days that required crowd scenes. So they said a big old team of people
That's
putting in
awesome.
the work, and it looks good. I mean, they all look like pretty good zombies.
Yeah.
Side note about zombie makeup is I think back in 2013, 2014, I did a Walking Dead race for San Diego Comic-Con where I
Cool.
paid to be a zombie. It was so cool. And they took us, they did
Did they
real
do that
zombie
many
makeup.
years, or was it just 1 year? Because
I think it was a few years. Yeah.
Okay, because I raced in one.
Oh, nice. So you were
running
the
from the zombies in the
Yeah.
Walking Dead.
Yeah,
thing. That's,
it was
yeah.
cool
That's
though.
so
They had
cool.
so many people. They had so many people that they took us in it was almost like an assembly line of getting yourself tattered. They said, wear stuff that you don't mind ruining. And then they just hosed you down with blood. They did your makeup, and then they'd like move you on to like literally a class to show you how to act like a zombie. And
That's
then they
amazing.
like, yeah, and then they would just stage you like around the course, and it was so fun. I always wanted to be the runner though after being a zombie, because no offense, but it was kind of boring just like standing there the entire time.
Yeah.
Sure,
I was like,
yeah.
I want to run. Like I want to be kind of scared that like I'm getting chased
Right.
or something.
It's fun. I did
Totally.
like a 5K thing like that in Florida once where
Yeah, it's so
I
fun.
ran
I'm
through
like,
and I got
so,
chased.
speaking of like, I wonder, like, they probably had so many people. They probably had like a system, you know, for this movie of like,
Assembly line.
yeah, we're going to do this stage is this, like, this is your clothes, this is your like hands and feet or whatever, you know, like, it's just so fun to like think about that kind of stuff in the background.
Absolutely. Yeah, they had 3 different layers of it, where it was like the detailed zombies that were going to be closer to the camera, and then the like second tier that had less detail, and I think the last one they actually just had masks on, and then did blood on the clothes.
Interesting. Very
Yeah,
cool.
easy.
Last bits of IMDb trivia here before we jump into it. For the graphic scene in which Monica is accidentally chainsawed to death, a full body cast was made of actress Kim Poirier, which included a reloadable cartridge down the area that was to be chainsawed. This was then packed solid with blood bags. This meant that the cartridge could be taken out and reloaded for each take.
That's
I thought
amazing.
that was so impressive that was mostly practical, that whole crazy shot.
Oh my
That's
God. Yes.
that one's
So
crazy.
cool.
lot of practical effects, which is great. And speaking of, when Andy meets his demise, it seems that his head explosion was a CGI constructed effect. However, it was done using a prosthetic head modeled on the actor. This can be seen on the director's cut DVD extras.
Oh, so cool.
Did you see that, Sam?
I don't know if I saw that particular bit. I didn't watch all of them.
Sure.
It does have an introduction from Snyder, and he's like, "This is the unrated version, or I guess the director's cut. There's certain things we had to cut to get the R rating. The MPAA exists for a reason, and it's good that we did that." But I was like, "What the fuck is happening?
Come on, man.
This is how we introduce a director's cut
Weird.
in 2004."
Oh, that's
2005, whatever it was.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
Cool. So get into this. The premise. What if a group of strangers had to seek refuge inside a shopping mall during a sudden worldwide apocalypse where the dead return as fast, hyper-aggressive zombies? Does that concept work for you? If you hear that?
Yes, because I think what you said before, having it where like this thing happens kind of like in the night and towards the morning, like it makes
The dawn.
going to the dawn. Yes, going to the mall plot. Like, whoa, holy shit! I know,
Oh
but
my gosh.
But it makes it more.
Whoa.
But it makes it more plausible. You know what I mean? Especially when
Yeah.
you're fast, because like this is from like a slow moving zombies in the original Dawn of the Dead. They're kind of like, you know, trying to coordinate quarantine zones and doing things because everything's like slowly building up. And then like with fast moving zombies, within the span of 12 hours, it's an extinction level event. Like this is
Totally.
murking everybody in its path. So like, I like the fact that you can have the mall still be a component of that and still
Yeah.
logically have it make sense.
Yeah.
And I think there's something so terrifying about the concept of waking up in general, because like things happen in the night, you know, like you could wake up with a massive zit, or you could wake up and there's a zombie apocalypse. Like you don't know.
You never know.
But like waking up to such vast change and then having to snap into action, that's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I just woke
You're
up.
not-
I just woke up.
Yeah.
She doesn't even have shoes for like the first like 30 minutes. I'm like, she passes through a shoe store and I'm like, bitch, get some sneakers on already.
That's a
like,
good point.
You're
But-
stressing me out.
She
At that
does
point.
find some, which is so important. And I love that
does.
she does find some. Thank you. Andy.
Yes,
Finally.
for sure.
I think I agree with that as well. Hearing the concept of that, especially at this time too, we had 28 days later, geez,
28 days later.
a year before this. So like we're in it.
Yeah.
Really introducing this idea and making it kind of a bigger thing. So
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. And
seeing
supposedly
that,
was
done
an
and
influence
excited
on
about
Snyder.
this. Yeah.
Yep.
To a remake of a movie that's at the time Dawn of the Dead original, I certainly liked a lot.
Mhm. Yeah, I got to remind myself that at the time, yes, this definitely would have worked for me as a concept now. hearing that now, I'm like, that is so played out. I'm not interested in that.
Right,
because this is
all the time.
This is the reason why.
Yeah.
Seeing this in the theaters, I didn't realize they were fast-moving zombies until the opening sequence. I thought it was going to be slow-moving zombies because I hadn't seen the trailer. I hadn't seen anything. So I was like, oh, cool. So this is like a Romero kind of remake. That should be totally fun. And the second they start going 60 miles an hour, it fucking blew my mind. Because I was like, this is this kind of movie. Okay.
Nice.
I was so excited for it. I definitely knew. I thought, I don't know how I knew this, but I talked about this before we started recording. They played the first 10 minutes of this movie on USA after Final Destination, and I knew that it would be happening, so I like tuned in specifically to see this because I was so excited about it. So I definitely knew about the Fast Zombies. I remember thinking like it rocked my world watching it in my bedroom.
Sure.
So I was very, very excited. Now that I think about it, it might have been Entertainment Weekly. How I knew, because I was such a fucking nerd.
No, that's so cool. I would buy those all the time. Hell yeah.
I also remember going to the theater just to see this and being so hyped up. I think it was around that age where I was realizing how cool it was to be able to go to the theater kind of by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I maybe went by, no, I couldn't have gone by myself, but maybe with my older brother because he's quite a bit older than me. So maybe he could take me. And I felt so cool in seeing this new zombie movie. And I felt cooler than my other friends who hadn't seen the original Dawn of the Dead. So I was like, I've already seen the original and I'm going to see this new one. You guys suck. Like, I'm so cool.
You like, get with it. I am the instructor here.
Right.
You are the student. Let's go.
I'm gonna learn you.
I love it.
All right. Recap of the movie. Movie begins in Milwaukee suburb where something causes dead humans to reanimate. And they're fast and they're eating and they're chomping and they're running after people. The lady wakes up, or there's a kid in the house. They get attacked. She's the only survivor. We're following this lady, Anna. She's a nurse. She connects with a small group of survivors where Ving Rhames and a few others are, and they make it to the mall. Now that they're in the mall, they have a conflict with security, and they're trying to work with them and also fortify for zombies, establish electricity, water, make it a livable space. The status quo is disrupted when more survivors arrive in a delivery truck, and they bring news that not only is rescue not coming, outside world's like totally fucked. Ving Rhames want to go see his brother. Not going to happen, dude. So now the mall is surrounded by a horde of thousands of the undead because this van brought extra attention. And the survivors eventually realize that remaining at the mall is unsustainable because of depleting resources and, just being around each other. They modify 2 buses to try and make their escape. There's a whole plot with a guy at a gun store across the way that they were talking to each other through writing on signs, and they try and rescue him and stuff, but he ends up dying. So now they are in these vehicles. They're going to escape. One of them gets tipped over. It's the one that's kind of this asshole guy is in, and he's got keys to a boat. That's the Phil Dunphy. He ends up getting zombified, gets shot in the head, but they're able to escape with the boat keys, go to the boat and get away, but are sort of hero-ish type of guy. It's an ensemble cast, but one of the guys who's been fallen for Anna, they've seemed to be having a romance, even though her husband was just killed like not long ago by zombies in her face.
And he's been divorced 3 times.
Right.
So, but he's been bit, so he's not going to go with them. Now they all leave, and we go to like found footage style handy cam during the credits. That's they take the boat, they get to the island, but there's zombies on the island too.
Precisely. Thank you for
the
that.
amount of times we do that. The amount of times we do that on our podcast is like not funny. So yeah. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save you guys right now, Brian. I'm gonna save your audio editing for later, but
sure,
another time.
All right.
Well, feel free to just sprinkle a few in. If
You might get one. You might get one.
This
or
is the
two.
time, if anything. All right, now that we got the story, let's talk a little bit about that opening scene, as we have mentioned before. So we have Anna, the nurse, finishing her long shift at the county hospital, returning to her home. This is where her husband's waiting for her. They make a little love in the shower, go to sleep. And you kind of hear like these little like warning things on the TV popping in and out, but they're not really paying attention. Something's going on.
A little bit on the radio, the special announcement. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they go to sleep and then, wake up 6:30 in the morning or whatever to this little neighbor girl standing in the hallway. Then all of a sudden she has like her chompers are all messed up and all bloody and she's ready to munch on the husband's neck. And then you get that real gruesome neck pull.
Rips that skin real good.
She gets like thrown down the hallway. And then you get that
and
jump
then pops up on all.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Classic.
That's so good. And then the run out the door. So then it's like we've been into this movie, like 10 minutes or something like that at most with a little bit of setup. And then it just starts going hard from this point. So she's banging on the door. Her husband's dying. He comes back to life and starts attacking at Anna. She runs and hides in the bathroom. Eventually able to get the door open.
The fucking fall into the bathtub.
In the tub.
I felt that. In the theater, I viscerally felt that in my guts. I was like, oh no, oh Jesus. Because everything is just so, I guess the key.
It's abrupt.
It's abrasive. Everything about this movie, in certain respects, when it comes to the zombies, is just abrasive. So you're just like, oh, fuck, oh, Jesus, oh, fuck.
And like you said,
like
somebody was saying earlier, it goes so quickly that you're like, wait, what? What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I think in the theater I was like going like, what the fuck? Like when I realized it was fast zombies and not lurching, like,
sure.
I think for the fall, like up until she gets away in the car, was just me continuously going, what the fuck? Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The craziest distinction for me, like a clear cut line, is we get that affection with her and her husband at the very top. We can see they're a loving couple. And then in the morning, all this chaos, he is bit. And Anna or Anne? Is it Anna or Anne?
Anna.
Anna doesn't know necessarily what's going on. And once we see the husband die and she's like, what the fuck? And then he's back to life and he's all of a sudden he's fast and he's chasing Anna. And then he sees another piece of meat, another woman run by and he's like, fuck Anna, and goes after this one.
That's so good.
It's no longer of like, you're my wife. It's like, I'm just running after the food at this point, And I'm like, oh shit, it's that kind of movie.
Yeah. I love that moment.
He diverts the other person. Wasn't that like the female Wilhelm scream? Like it wasn't that like the
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah, it was a stock scream of sort. Yeah. That whole segment, because he's like bashing his head to get through the bathroom door, and she's able to like get out of it. Then she's running outside, and it's just the pure chaos that is happening here. Imagine waking up at before you're expected to wake up, and then it's just this is going on. To have to power through that and just like think quickly. And I mean, she gets into the car, her neighbor's like out on the lawn with the gun threatening to shoot her. He gets run over by the ambulance out of nowhere. So it's just like chaos on all fronts. Then she gets in driving off.
Cooking.
Yeah.
One thing there I love is he's like, get away from me, as he's going closer towards her. And I'm like,
wait, what?
I'm all, okay, you get away from her, sir. What are you doing?
Back up,
sir. Like clearly she's trying to talk to you here. Like this is a very different situation than all the stuff going on.
Yeah, she doesn't have a weapon on her. You're pointing a gun in her face and you're walking towards her. You're insane.
Well, he gets what's coming to him.
Yeah, he does.
Gets the ambulance. We mentioned then the husband runs out and like jumps on the hood of it, and she's running away, and then we get that funny moment where he's like, huh? And then like notices something else and then just runs off. The feral nature of these things.
I always think like it's so like I try to put myself in and maybe this is like too deep, but I like try to put myself into the mind of like, shit, like I can't imagine what's going through her head when it's like her own husband is like infected, because you have that emotional tie of like, wait a second. Like even when he first gets bit, I mean, she doesn't know he's going to like immediately turn into a zombie, but she's just like, oh my God, let me help you. Like she's like takes a pillowcase off really quick and like puts it on his like jugular vein, and then she's like later, then he turns into a zombie and you can just see in her head that she's like processing two different things. Like she's like survival mode, but also like, is there maybe a way she, like, maybe it's delusional, but is there a way she could save her husband?
Dude,
Like,
100%. Like, I think with these fast moving zombie films, I have this like weird mental parallel with like war movies.
Yeah.
As in like where it's like the beach scene in like Saving Private Ryan, where like you're sitting there going like, it is so fast paced, there's so much shit going on. All of these characters are doing these gut survival reactionary things.
Yep.
And then it's not until they actually have a moment to themselves to absorb and actually process what the fuck just
totally.
It probably helps that she is a nurse, and I don't know if she works in the ER. It seems like she worked in somewhere pretty urgent enough, but yeah, to handle that type of stuff. And Vig Rhames being a cop and Michael being a TV salesman all probably really help.
Yeah, she's definitely like fast moving, which definitely I think helps her case in this. Like we don't know, we don't know too much about her, honestly, throughout even this entire film. But I think it definitely does help her. And I can't help, like, guys, I'm watching The Pit right now, and I'm like in the middle of season 2, and I'm like, yeah, I could do this. Like, yeah, like put me in, coach, for the surgery. Let's go.
Throw me into the zombie apocalypse. I got this.
Yeah, I'm ready. Honestly, I'm ready.
But it's funny you say that too, though. I was actually talking to somebody about, just like we live in 2026, just talking about in San Diego, we live near some military bases and like, oh my God, what happens? Just in case of emergency, what's our backup plan? And I was kind of thinking about it and like, well, this is actually just the exact same thing as a zombie apocalypse. Just exact same thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, dude.
Translates really well.
Yeah, prep for it.
It does. Yeah.
In a different font, perhaps.
Exactly.
Yes.
Turns out I've already thought about what to do for all this.
Yeah.
Right. But then actually, Sam, that's a great question. I was thinking to myself, as horror lovers, if this kind of shit was happening in front of our eyes, if we were Anna and we woke up and our husbands were being attacked by our little neighbor girl who was just skating in our front yard the other day, would we be like, oh shit, this is a zombie apocalypse? We are educated. Do you think we would snap into this like, oh shit?
Like,
I don't know that I would. I'm such a
Sam would.
non-believer.
Sam's like, nah.
Yeah. I feel that instinctually, like you would have, if you had the fight version of fight or flight, you know what I mean? Like I feel it would kick in, fight, fright, or freeze. And unfortunately, in my scenario, I'm like a 95% freezer. So like I would by the time I realized, I was like, I've seen enough zombie movies. I could totally take these zombies on. I'd be fucking clipped by that little girl. And like my throat would be completely, I would having that thought while gurgling on my own blood. Be like, I probably could have survived. Oh no, I'm going to go sleep now.
Ross is all, oh damn.
Damn.
I think it would help. That's why I keep my doors locked and I do not talk to the neighbor kids.
There you go.
And I think
this is why you don't talk to your neighbor.
Yeah,
that's the lesson here. That is the overlying lesson here, you guys. Don't talk to anybody.
Don't talk to anybody.
Yes, anybody. It's perfect.
I'm a first girl all across the board every day. So I just know I'd be like, oh, that looks like a lot of effort. I'd just go for it.
She'd be like, let me help this little girl get back into her skates as she's like chomping on Allie's neck.
I'm here. Just go for it. Yeah. Just go for it. Or not.
So she flees, sees all sorts of chaos, and ultimately runs her car into something and kind of gets knocked out. And that's what starts into our credits here, which are great opening credits as well. So does that intro draw you in? I think this is a great intro. One of the best intros in terms of just throwing you into madness and just to show you and make you feel the chaos of the characters in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Where I think this is like the appropriate version of jarring, as in like, in a lot of different movies where you have 0 to 100 happen that fast. This is still tangible. It's chaos, but you're still on track with what's going on.
Gives you time to buckle up.
Yes. Yeah. And then then that harsh reality, especially when her car rolls down the ravine, she hits, it goes dark, and then you just start having the actual what's going on with the world is such a great juxtaposition of just like chaos and then just like music video where you're just like, oh, this is that's so good.
Yeah, it really is just like a music video, like you said, like that. I think it's so impressive in seeing this. I think that this was such a good age. We kind of talked about how early 2000s definitely had a brand of horror. But I think in general, the early 2000s had like it was coming back, you know, the horror in my brain was coming back, even though, you know, I was like 10. So it was my first cycle of horror, but like it was coming back. And I think we're almost getting that again right now. But at this time, it was so impactful. In that first 10, 15 minutes of this, I'm like, holy that was a movie itself. And now I get another hour and a half.
Yes.
It made me so stressed too.
Yeah.
Like because like I rewatched it obviously in preparation for this podcast, and I'm like, oh shit, I still feel that same level of anxiety, knowing she's gonna be okay, like, and go to the mall and stuff. But it's like when she wakes up, oh my god, my whole mind is just like, fuck, dude, you were out. Like you could have been freaking yeeted by some zombies at some point, and like it's magic that you didn't. But like she wakes up and we're just immediately back into high, like fast-paced action, you know, and it's like survival mode.
And I think a lot of it is you make a really, really good point, because it's like, especially with the fast-paced ones, and kind of going back to like almost the analogy with the war stuff, where it's like a lot of the shit that happens only happens because of dumb luck. Like there is no, like there's this weird, like obviously there's some skill involved when it comes later on when you're surviving type stuff, but the initial touchdown is legitimately just bare luck. And then if you're lucky enough to kind of survive that initial landing point, then you're like, okay, well maybe I got to figure this out.
There's
part of me is like, do they just play dead, and does that help them survive? You know,
there's definitely like layers of layers of natural selection happening. You're lucky, and then we test how you deal with zombies.
Absolutely.
And then you got to go on a boat. Yeah, and then and then
how your
we
sailing
keep going
skills
from there. Yeah,
and then you die.
and then you die.
All right, so we talked about the opening scene. Let's go ahead and head down to the AV lab. Talk about the technical execution of this movie, the filmmaking.
Yes,
we've touched on the music and how that really lends to the
tone,
whole experience. Yeah. And I think the cinematography, not only is it fast moving zombies, it's like there's a lot of fast cuts and edits and quick, almost like shaky cam stuff, but it's just the right balance of it so that it feels frenetic without like being like, oh, this is hard to watch.
For sure.
And it's balanced well too with those wide angle shots and these really kind of like establishing shots that make you feel the whole
world.
How
big
show a wide scope, especially like when we have the car driving into the gas station. All of that is those are some of my favorite shots.
One of my favorites too is when we're on the roof with our gang and we get a tight shot of them on the roof and we go and it goes back further each shot, and you're just seeing you're seeing how fucked they are with each shot out as it gets bigger.
More fucked.
Most fucked.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The most of fucked.
Yeah.
I also
we could
really
keep
like
going,
the
but you get it.
Yeah.
I also really like the graininess of it too. Like it actually caught me off guard a couple times where I was like, oh, I'm feeling this music video vibe like now a little bit with this like grainy kind of it's not super clear, it's not like super HD or anything. And so like I kind of like liked that too. I was like, oh,
I was a bit surprised by that. I was like, this movie kind of looks like shit.
Totally.
So when Emma, do you remember when we just covered Cabin Fever, which was 2002, and in that movie they have this little vignette within the movie, and it's Eli Roth's bowling alley scene, and that has this tone to it. I called it saturated grit. And I think that this movie has that over the entire film. It's got this lens of saturated grit, and it's saturated, but it's grainy, gritty.
Yeah.
That's such a good way to put it. Yeah. Found another one. Found another one. We should start a list on Letterboxd that's like saturated grit movies.
I'm on it.
Ooh, that's a good list. Sam's all about that.
Also, subgenre.
I love
saturated grit.
Yeah, subgenre. Love it. Yes, Ross.
Add it to the subgenre list for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Zack Snyder does a really good job of, well, maybe it also doesn't feel overdone at the time or anything like that. It was all kind of fresh and new and everything.
It was so fresh
with what was happening
like
to it.
That sort of new fast-paced filmmaking at the time with like Guy Ritchie, who also kind of never made a good movie again after Snatch.
It's so true.
But But it's just it does have a healthy balance of, you, like you said, like we get those fast cuts and everything, but it doesn't feel like it's too much of those. We get fast moments, but also slow moments that make you feel like you're living in that world and like you're a part of it and really established inside of it. So I think that great filmmaking on that aspect to it.
Yeah, I don't know that I have much more to say. Otherwise, it's not like the lighting. In general, everything else just kind of works. I think the saturated grit was a great point.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of.
I forgot about that, Al. So thanks for bringing that back up. I'm like, oh yeah, saturated grit.
That's also going to be my new, the new perfume coming out that I make.
Saturated grit.
Saturated grit. Trademark.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
A horror perfume.
Oh, the perfume. Yes.
Did anything break your immersion? Any glaring CGI, bad editing, or anything kind of pull you out of it? Have to put on some suspenders of disbelief?
That's a really great question. And something for me that always, I always have to do is rein it in with stupidity levels of characters. Like, for instance, Nicole, I don't have a problem with her, but sometimes I do. And I think she could have made some better choices. Just like, we love dogs. I love dogs, but like chill the fuck out. I don't know. Just sometimes we could be making better choices in a zombie apocalypse.
For sure.
Tell that to your nephew who's laying right next to me right now.
Cowboy understands. Cowboy would be right. I'd be with Cowboy.
He does. He would be a survivor. He would for sure. Cowboy, he's like a Chips.
He survives. I don't.
Well, it's also an interesting one because in this one, that the zombies are completely uninterested in animals. Unlike some of the Romero ones where like you had aspects of them like the first one, the original Night of the Living Dead, like they're picking up like
eating
and stuff.
animals.
They're eating
animals
and stuff. Where I thought that was kind of, but that's where it compounds that frustration.
Out the lore, then
is that like because she decides to go after the dog, he goes, but the dog would have been kind of fine because he would have just been walking around zombies. Like, I mean,
right.
But also the dog is
it got there, didn't it?
The dog has like food on him too. So I'm not sure, like, remember they strap food to the dog?
Yeah.
So, like, we don't
just like spinning in circles trying to eat his tail the entire time.
So like, I guess the attraction, what are they?
Give me that sandwich.
Yeah, I think like Nicole sometimes took me out of it like a tiny bit. Cause I'm like, I know you're like kind of a dumb young gal, but like, are you really like that dumb? Like, I don't know.
Also,
like, and also, sorry, Alice, real quick. I was going to say, if this was like your dog, sorry, going back to Chips. If this was your dog, like your dog you've had for, 10 years or something like that, like, I think I would be a little bit more understanding of her just like sort of sacrificing herself to try to like save him. But the fact that she like, it's like, bro, you guys just met. Like, it's, why are we sacrificing the safety of the entire group? Like,
totally.
I don't know.
Like, I feel like I kind of get where they were coming from in the fact where like the dog is supposed to be the proxy for the dad that couldn't, you know what I mean?
Totally.
But also at the same time, I agree with you where I'm like, you've hung out with this dog for like a month or two. Like, this is...
More about the dog too. It's all about the dog, right? The dog has a doggy door. Something not believable to me is Ving Rhames fitting through a doggy door.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's not real. Pretty sure that's not.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that until now. Yeah. Now that's all I'm going to see.
That's a big boy.
Well, now I can never watch this movie again.
Sorry.
We ruined it for Sam.
I had to do it. Had to.
I mean, I think there's just a lot of I kind of excuse, I think, a lot of character choices in this one because there's a big cast of characters, but they all feel like such a character that I'm like, this movie, while it feels somewhat based in a reality, it also feels like based in this heavy character reality. So I'm like, everyone's going to kind of do their weird and
everyone's
eccentric
playing
things.
Their role.
Yeah. So
I think I have some weird like nostalgia blinders to the
right, that too.
Maybe I questioned something back in the day, but I watched it a lot when it first came out. So whatever I may have had when I rewatched it for this didn't come up.
Oh, absolutely. And I nitpick. My favorite thing is to nitpick everything. It's my favorite game. I'll nitpick my favorite movies. And I love this movie, but oh my God.
You got to embrace the flaws of your favorite movies
Absolutely.
too.
Yeah. I said I liked it. I didn't say it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
We're kind of talking.
Can I add one more
Yeah.
thing? I'm so sorry. I want to add one more thing that did kind of take me out of it a little bit. And I don't know if it's just here in California. It totally may be. But I was like, damn, these security guards all have guns? Like, that's kind of like gnarly
That
for
is
mall
gnarly.
security.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too. Yeah. Even in Florida,
Like,
I don't.
Yeah, it
Even in
stopped
Florida
me
is a
for
good
like
point.
Yeah, even Florida.
It stopped me for a split second. Like I was like, oh shit. Like, okay, now CJ's freaking calling the shots. Like, no freaking way, you know?
Yeah, that's
Although,
good.
yeah, and there's no gun store in the mall, right?
Well,
no.
Yeah.
it's-
I remember at least at our mall growing up, there was like at one point they did have a police station outpost or something in there.
I think we have that. We've had that at malls sometimes.
But
I think.
this is different still, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. So maybe there's some whatever.
They are
but-
security guards.
right, but if there was a police station, they were security. But yeah, our mall had security guards
Oh,
too.
if there was one in there, they could have got access to the guns.
access to guns or
Also,
something.
okay, one more thing on the security aspect too. I think it was like after we had this, like we had the Disturbed, you know, lounge jazz going on, and we were seeing how everyone was sort of like living their days in the mall, however many days it had been. Those security guys like still wearing their security hats, and I'm like, no offense, but like if I'm in a zombie apocalypse, the last thing I'm thinking about is my day job. Like I'm not trying to wear a security hat anymore.
I have a devil's advocate for that.
Okay, tell me.
Because they're trying to distinguish power ranking. They're like cop.
Yeah, but at that time, we already like pushed them down. You know, we said, you guys need to like chill out. You guys are like trying to act like you're top dog and you're not. You know what I mean?
True.
Because a zombie's not going to read security.
No.
It's going to be.
They probably always felt cool in those outfits, so they're keeping them on.
That's a good
That's
point.
real.
That's a really good
Sam,
point.
you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Maybe that's
I
like
look
a
like a badass when I'm in this.
so
the zombie's
true.
like, let me take out that founder CEO over there of the mall.
I think a lot of the things I've always seen about why people still do the same things that they used to be in pre-life is it seems like these guys are trying to maintain maybe some semblance of order because of just hanging on to the old world type of thing, and that's a level of control. I don't know. I think we've talked about that in terms of other characters' motives and why they still do the same thing. But ultimately, I think it is also they think they look
Why
cool.
zombies come to the mall, right?
Yeah, right. So character studies. Let's move into that and just talk about these characters in general.
Yeah.
We have this wide range of people and everything. How do we feel about our main cast? Anyone feel? We kind of said that. I at least said they feel very characterized, but
You know who doesn't? I totally agree with some really strong characters, and we like we understand their roles in this story. However, Monica, she kind of just is there.
Which one is she?
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
there's certainly a few people that feel like they're just there. That's one that gets chainsawed, right?
Yes, that is Monica. The
Yes.
one. Yes, and I
Okay.
think she's the one that is getting railed by Ty Burrell during that jazz.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as seeing this movie at such a young age, I was like, these characters are so. I loved the characters. I love Sarah as our strong female. Sarah Pollyanna, our lead woman. She's a good leader for our gang because she's like a managing upward kind of person. She's putting words in these males' ideas or in their minds and in their mouths. She's like being like, oh, you should do that. And the guy's like, I should do that. She's like trying. She's,
You know what?
You know what? I should do that. You know?
Yeah.
She's managing upwards to get the best result. And she knows that that's her best option as a woman. She's tell the men what they want to hear and get them to do what you want to do. Sorry, boys, but like we know how to.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
And I can't
And I
remember
would have
if it
even
was
picked
like
up on that. So thank you.
I can't remember if it was Brian maybe that said it. I can't remember, but I feel like earlier we talked too about her just like being a nurse, right? And like when you're a nurse, like you just naturally have to be super pragmatic and like you're always just solution oriented. Like you're just like, okay, here's the situation. I'm going to take the emotion out of it. What are my next steps? And I think that Anna, she kind of is like the glue that like holds everyone together. And Allie, to your point, it's like we do have these leader like males in the group, but she definitely has like a huge influence on them. And like Yeah, I think she just is this underlying like kind of leader. Yeah.
And that goes to being able to, like, as a nurse, you have to handle difficult people too that probably don't want to do what you're telling them needs to be done.
Right.
So the experience from that, again,
Jedi mind tricks.
And I really like the character shift from the original, the power dynamic shift from the original to this. You know what I mean? Because like she's strong the entire time. Like obviously there's kind of like a character awakening in the original, but like in this one, it is very like, hey, like no bullshit. like I'm a fucking nurse. She's more of the leader of all aspects of the survival of this film than most of the other characters.
She's like, let me look at the facts. Like, we're not like leading with emotion again. Like these are the facts. This is what we need to do. This is how I need to treat A, B, C. Like,
What's kind of funny is that in 2004, that's kind of that's not like a universal idea, is to have the woman be like the powerhouse. It's like, we have
absolutely.
We have Michael kind of set up to be a leading man, but he's been divorced 3 times. He can't be bothered. And then Ving Rhames, he's our strong man. He's our strong brick man, but he's not willing to be the leader. He doesn't want to be the leader. He's like, yeah, I'm strong, but I just care about my brother and I want to live, kind of. So Sarah's kind of adopted this leader role as a necessity. But to see that in 2004 is like, damn, hell yeah, girl.
Absolutely. And shout out to James Gunn for writing it.
Hell yeah.
Back at that time.
But also something as far as a character shift, to see CJ, Michael Kelly, who always plays kind of a creepy guy, to see his character shift towards the end. He's our douchebag, right? He's the cop that is.
Yeah.
And then at the end,
that's good.
At the end, he's like, I'll sacrifice myself. That's a huge paradigm shift.
Yeah. Beautiful. Like within the span of, I think this movie's supposed to take place roughly in under a month. If you watch some of the special feature stuff, like Andy's video diary thing, it kind of chronicles the timeline of it.
I was wondering like what that time frame was. So I was like, it's got to be at least like a couple weeks, but a month feels right.
Well, we kind of have a timestamp that we have to obey a rule around, which is a pregnancy. Luda is pregnant.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I wonder.
And I think the thing with CJ is they did a great job at making him hateable to the point where you wanted to see him die, but not to the point where you couldn't turn around on him.
And speaking of that too, hateable, where you want to see them die, is Ty Burrell. And I love where towards the beginning of the movie where they're doing the shooting game, like, hey, he looks like Jay Leno, and Ty Burrell is having a great time with it. Steve's having a great time. And Anna scoffs, and Steve is like, hey, when I turn, shoot me. And towards the end, she's like, fuck like, yeah, I'm going to shoot you. Yeah.
Gladly.
Oh my God, it totally does come like full circle.
It does. Yeah, I love that moment.
That's very, very satisfying. Yeah, he plays such a perfect jackass in it. And and CJ's transformation, his character, everything. I mean, I love the part where they're in the elevator and they all get in there. He's like, oh, I love this song. Like this guy was the asshole we hated, 40 minutes ago. And now I'm like, this little fun guy. That was apparently improvised too. There's like no music playing in there. He just said it.
I was like, that's so fun. I love that. It's like, Brian, I think what you said too is like, it's just that maybe it's that sense of normalcy for him. Like with him wearing the security hat, like maybe that was just more of a pacifier for some of his anxieties and his fears. And like, even him just hearing the elevator, he's like, this is my workplace. I can kind of think about before all of this happened and what it was like just taking the elevator. Like,
I mean, I was thinking about it too, especially we mentioned the relationship that seems to be forming between Michael and Anna and all this stuff. And I was just thinking about like, it's definitely like being in that situation, just being in that, watching your partner die, and then realistically being incredibly trauma bonded with people around you that probably
and you're looking for who knows when you're gonna die, right?
And all
you
that
could
kind of
die
stuff
later today. So
I almost saw it as like, yes, it is a month, not that long ago, her husband or whoever
right. And we don't know what the relationship was really like. Sure, they fuck in the shower, but what else is going on?
Their therapist told them to do that.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, we don't know if they have a good relationship. We actually we don't really know him at all, know?
But trauma bonding is and I can only imagine that in a zombie apocalypse, it's probably the same thing. But trauma bonding it expedites things so much.
It kind of reminds me when, oh my gosh, when the two characters, I can't remember what his name is. We just did Cabin Fever, and they're like one of the girls.
Let's fuck.
Marcy, right? Marcy, she's like, I mean, like, you know, just you kind of think like, if we're gonna die anyway, like we might as well. And then they just do, and I'm like, oh shit, there goes all your alliance to your other blonde like girlfriend over here. But like, okay,
sure, I guess.
Do your thing.
Are there any standout or noteworthy scenes that we haven't talked about that you would like to make sure to talk about?
I think the zombie baby scene was very.
Oh, the baby.
That was a crazy thing to see at the time.
Zombie
Zombie
birth
absolutely crazy to see at the time.
Was absolutely not on my bingo card going into the theater or seeing it for the first time. That was my fucking mind was blown because I never thought in a million years I would actually see a zombie birth or a zombie baby.
Why would you?
Right.
Yeah, why would you?
It's not my first or my last this zombie baby. More common than you think.
I want to know more about that, Holly.
Let's for a different day.
Let's talk offline.
I think that we kind of touched on the zombie baby. To me, that was like, again, maybe I don't like talking about it because, again, remember, I don't like body horror, and me thinking about that part is like that is a body horror scene. And to think about that all put together, like talk about saturated grit.
Yeah, that has a lot of grit to it. Everything about it. A lot of practical effects to say. We won't dwell on that world too much, but a lot of make you feel it.
A very small but very impactful character in my brain is
Norma.
Oh, Norma, she's so cute. No, not her.
Norma.
This poor woman, we should name her something other than Wheelbarrow Woman. But she's the one in the wheelbarrow, and she's like moaning like, oh. It's so imprinted. It's when I think about this movie, I just see that in my brain and hear those sounds, and that's so impactful to me. And then just that moment, that scene is kind of where we learn about these zombies, right? So I love that scene. It's like, okay, we're learning that she dies and then she's coming back. Okay, but then it's setting us up because Nicole's dad's like fucking sweating over here. Yeah.
Yes.
And I just, I don't know why I just realized, but carrying her around in the wheelbarrow would be an homage to the original because the guy,
for Roger.
Yes.
But
I'm not going to. Oh, go ahead, Ross.
When you see her in the wheel, when she turns, and I think what's really great because I think it was a stunt? Someone in a stunt in a suit?
It was a stunt man. It was a man.
It was a man in a suit. Yeah. The character is so big, moving so fucking fast.
Like that, right?
That's scary.
The sheer physics break of that was just like, oh no, go. No.
You might feel like maybe if there's like one of these decimated nothing zombies that you could kind of hold them back, but there's just like sheer force coming at you.
Right.
She gets him with that poke in the head, real good.
Oh, that was great.
Real good. My biggest maybe this was. Here's the thing where it's like, how do you react in a real quote unquote zombie situation? Someone comes rolling into my safe area, literally rolling in like that. I don't know. Like, do you have the gall to be like, you cannot come here, enforce that, do something? Because that's clearly this is
CJ, huh?
Well, no, that's what I'm kind of asking. How do you feel you would react in that situation? You're at the mall and you see this woman who has this giant gash on her arm being wheelbarrowed in, just going, it has like all this like veiny everything going on.
Brian, I think we were on the same page because I was like, is this not clear that this girl is like fucked up and like she's gonna turn? So like, why don't we just get it over now while she's still a human and like we give her some like integrity here?
We don't even know that yet though. This is so new. We don't even know that.
No,
maybe trying to issue a quarantine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just saying, at a minimum, because if this person's infected and now you've put them in a pen with like 6 other people, there's a huge probability they're all going to get infected. It's like, take the person, just put them in one of the, like, where they found the two janitors with it was eating the intestines. Let's put them in a locker.
Stores, because the stores have shutters on them. Like, you could quarantine each person in their own store and shutter them.
We literally back rooms. Have we not seen back rooms? Shove them in a back room.
Oh, do you
right?
think this mall has a back room where?
Okay, so here's an interesting question. If you had to be quarantined in one store at the mall,
non-department store, can't be a department store.
It can't be the department store. It can't be like the Sears or the
My instinct. My instinct. My store doesn't exist anymore, and this would get me nowhere. But it was going to be limited to.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, mine was going to be Hot Topic or like a Spencer's, because I think I could just entertain myself. Like,
Spencer's is a good
lava
idea.
lamps.
Lava lamps.
You get some lava lamps. They definitely had
Black
like
light posters.
drinks and candies at Spencer's, so like you could at least get your sugar going. Yeah, all right.
Or like, and this just depends on the mall, but like a Barnes and Noble in the mall. I'm a big reader, so I'm like, that's.
I'd
be like, any kind of bookstore. I'd be like, all right, I think I'm okay here. Or like a massage chair store, you know what I mean? Like, because if I'm close, like we know from this film, this happens fast, right? Like it happens pretty fast. Like the minute they die, it's like boom. So I'm like, you know what? Let me like I've been stressed, you know, like my
carrying a lot of tension on your shoulders.
I'm gonna go
a lot
hot
of
tub
tension.
store.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that tip.
Better.
That's
even better.
Oh, so it depends on. Okay, I'm gonna imagine the world where we do seem to still have power. I would probably go with like be a nerd and be a video game store. I could play games. There's usually candy and drinks in there.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say like somewhere I can like and I think it kind of goes hand in hand with maybe a bookstore. Somewhere I can escape my current reality, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Whether that's a movie like place. I mean, we unfortunately don't have many of those anymore, but like a video game store is a perfect example.
The
or
movie
like
theater,
a Barnes and Noble.
if there's one there, that'd be a good one too.
Oh, a movie. Why did we?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm gonna pick. I think the worst option would be the what was it from the original? The blood pressure monitor.
Oh,
no. Mrs. Purvis.
Mrs. Purvis. Although,
Sorry, it was the dumbest death in the original Dawn of the Dead. Was you're getting your blood pressure done, and then zombies rip you off.
When the biker's just like, I need to get this done. I think that's just one of those like
of
little
Tom
stands.
Savini cameo in this
Plays
as
the
the sheriff.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You gotta shoot him in the head, destroy the brain. That seems the only thing that'll do
Twitcher.
it. Oh yeah,
I knew that.
Not
guy.
to name drop, but we've met him.
Friend of the
and
pod.
he's a gem.
yeah.
Nice.
Friend of the pod.
Awesome. Nice.
Did you ask him about that snake?
Did the makeup for the original Dawn of the Dead.
He is a very just this kind of guy. Just very
matter of
he's,
fact. Very matter of
Yeah.
fact.
matter of fact. And we met him at we went
Texas
to Texas Frightmare
Heard
in
good things.
Dallas, and he was there, and we like told him how much we love him and how much he means to us, and just every film we've seen that we like, and he's just like, that's so cool. And like, that's it, you know. But like, I get it. You meet a lot of people.
Sure,
I
yeah.
get it, you know. So we kind of loosely call him a friend of the pod, but like he's a friend of the pod.
He's a friend
you
of the
know?
pod, absolutely.
He's
Friend of the pod. So is
he's
Matthew.
more of a frenemy over here, I would say.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But I did think it was nice that they paid so much homage to the original with, you know, Tom Savini
Yes.
and Ken, and just even they named some of the businesses in the mall after some of the actors.
Yes.
So we love a little
So
tie
cool.
back to that.
The level of Easter eggs in this film is so good, which I also think also leans to the point of like this being like an intermediate and not a beginner one, because there's so many real
Yes.
nuances to the original Romero movies that are in this that would go way over your head if this is your first introduction.
Absolutely.
That's such a good point. Yeah, I'm sure you guys love this, but like we do too. We always, when we're reviewing a film, we always are like, God, we love the like little odes to other horror films. Or like, I feel like horror is really like one of the only genres that like people really get a kick out of, like, you know, putting Easter eggs in there that are odes to other horror movies. And like, it's just so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love
Yeah.
when
And it's yeah.
there's who kind of like fought with it at each other's movies. Like one director put
Wes
something.
Craven and Sam Raimi.
Oh,
just the fighting back and forth, and I love that. Just like the movie poster or like a glove, and
it's so fun. Like, it's just cool. It's just like it's just like so fun, and it's also me personally. Like I take it as like a game. Like I'm like, oh, like what's in here that I can spot from like what other film, you know, what have you. I'm really good at like spotting characters. Like if there is a cameo of someone, I'm like, oh, that person's from like this, and the reason they're tied to it is like XYZ, you know? So like I pride myself on that kind of knowledge.
I love it.
I like that too. I like when I can hear. I always try to hear mainly if like a director or something, someone puts themselves into the movie somehow, not so blatantly.
Oh, yeah.
Zack Snyder is in this, in the intro scene when you get the news footage. The last one that comes at the camera is Zack Snyder.
Oh, cool.
So cool.
But things like, I remember when we first watched Barbarian, there's a part where Justin Long is talking to someone that you don't see in the bar, and that's Zach Krager. I was like, I recognize that voice, and I think in most recent one was Obsession. He calls the hotline. I'm like, that's Trey Barker. Yeah, I hear that noise. Yeah.
So cool. Yeah.
Like those little things. I don't know. They just feel fun and stuff to it. Did anything with this movie? Did this movie really have a twist? Did anything fool you? Did you ever see kind of just like
by anything?
Yeah.
What I will say about I've actually talked to a lot of people about this movie in prep to talk to you guys about it, and a lot of people have mixed reviews about the ending. And something that I realized, kind of thinking about how I enjoy this ending and endings like it, is I like an unsatisfying ending. I like a loose end. I like it messy. I like it nihilistic and negative. I'm like,
bleak.
Yeah, I'm like kind of like Ghost Ship. You're like, oh fuck, we don't really know what's gonna happen. And this too, like, oh shit, like this found footage at the end with the boat, and I'm like, are they alive? Are they dead? I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you, Sam.
I think they're dead.
I don't know if anything like really like surprised me. I feel like if anything, I had like questions. Like I had, you know, and I'll save those I can save them for a little later, but like I had some questions.
Okay. I think one of the big things, it wasn't necessarily surprising, it's just like one of those oh shit moments, is when you watch, forget her name, getting the chainsawed. I was like, oh, they did that. Yeah. Like when that like chaotic scene happened. I wasn't expecting a person to get chainsawed.
I thought it was funny
the zombies.
And it didn't rub their ass raw.
Nice Limp Bizkit.
Oh, wow, yeah. This poor girl's in zombie apocalypse, and she's not even killed by a zombie.
Yes. Yeah, that one always affected me. So I'm like, oh, that sucks.
And something else unique about this zombie film is if you die from not a zombie bite, you just are dead. You're not coming back from like the chainsaw. Yeah. You're dead.
Yes.
And
for sure.
So many zombie things are like, turns out man was the real monster, but not in this. Not really. It's pretty much the zombies.
It's mostly just the zombies are the monsters. Well, I also just like how
bit of it, but
everything gets kind of fucked up at the end. As in, like, they don't, like, they fumble a little bit, but even after, like, they not fumble a little bit, they fumble a lot of it. And even after the plan is executed, they're like, oh, we made it. And they're like, oh, shit, like, we didn't really think past this point. Fuck. And then, like, you get the result of that, where I think in a lot of movies, it tries to have this, like, like you said, like a nice tight ending, or it's kind of just like okay, this works. Like this is like, it's so obtuse, where it's kind of like the world that they're in, where it's like, it's so chaotic, is that nothing is guaranteed. And even if you get your plan succeeded, like,
but
you'll show up to a boat and there's going to be a head in a box, or a head in a pool.
Yeah.
You know
I think that's the kind of scary thing about this. Like, sure, it's a zombie movie, so that there's that level of like unreal, not real. There's that level of it's not real, you know, it's not like zombies are a real thing right now. But what the scary part is your options in life. Like, they had an option to stay at the mall. They chose to seek out this boat. What if they stayed at the mall? I think choices are the scary part in this whole scenario.
Oh, for sure. Because I think it's kind of like the the fear of, because like
The
again,
Walking
obviously,
Dead.
like with Kickstarters, is like, yeah, well, they yeah, the fear of the Walking Dead.
Hey.
Well, just like diminishing supplies and things like we can't stay in here forever. We're either going to go crazy
Yeah.
or starve to death. But they weren't at that point. Like they weren't getting to a point where like, hey, we've got a week's worth of food. What do we do? This is
Totally.
like, hey,
Yeah.
we could stay here for 2 more years with the amount of supplies that we have. But like maybe there's something better.
They're out here trying to feed Andy. Like, just stay put. You have shit.
Yeah.
You have resources.
The classic, like, grass is
Hungry.
greener on the other side. Like,
Yes.
where can we go? Oh, an isolated island where, like, I'm sorry, but supplies are inevitably going to run out. Like, hello, have you heard
Yeah.
of importing and exporting? Like, what are you,
I did-
like, I thought we
Are
all
the
learned
pirates
that in, like,
affected?
5th
We
grade.
don't know.
Like,
Mhm.
Well, I think it's
confused.
such a funny concept for me too, because it's the decision that the cops make in the original movie, where they go like, "We're going to go to the island." What island? He goes, "Any island," and then like they just leave.
Oh, yeah.
And I always assumed in Romero's universe, like they just died. Like they were just like, "Yeah, we'll figure out some shit," and then just
Yeah.
wound up getting murked. Where I'm like, "Oh man!" And then you see the thing, you're like, "Oh shit, yeah." And then
Yeah.
just that scene where the camera comes over and then the zombies just flood the dock is also just that like fantastic.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
who here has seen the Day of the Dead remake? Or
I think
anybody
Ross
here?
Probably.
I believe I did
Yeah, I think once.
back in the day, but I couldn't tell you
Yeah.
anything about
Yeah.
it.
Damn, it's been a while.
It's been a minute. They play with water too, but once we get zombies with water, I'm like, it kind of loses me a little bit more.
Is it sort of Waterworld-esque, like Kevin Costner, like
Ooh,
Ooh, are
adjacent?
the zombies on jet skis?
Yeah.
Zombies on jet skis?
Are they doing a show?
Oh
Like-
my god!
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Now I would watch that.
Yeah, same. Let's have a group movie night.
Yeah. Something interesting I saw brought up about this is that the only time that the zombie-ism, what it is never really talked about. It's never referred to as a
Oh,
virus in
sure.
the movie. Apparently on the back of the DVD, it calls it a virus, but I think either Zack Snyder or James Gunn has said it's not necessarily what I had in mind. Some people have also made the idea, is it either a virus or is it like a supernatural thing? I think James Gunn saw it as like a supernatural, like the way a vampire bite is supernatural and not necessarily always a virus.
Yeah.
And then so some people theorize, is it a virus or is it like God wreaking havoc upon the world and like because of all the sin and all that kind of stuff happening?
Do you guys have a
Could be why
preference?
no one comes back.
I want
Like,
it to
if-
be
if you had
science
perfect-
based.
Me too. I want it to be science based.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because
The
I feel
Last
like
of
if
Us.
It
you're
makes
gonna,
it more
if you're gonna go
real
like
for me.
spiritual based,
Grounded.
I feel that you should play the same rules as like vampires and other things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like,
Yeah.
you know, if hell's exporting a bunch of people or a bunch of souls onto the earth, where it's like I feel like a crucifix might be able to be work. You know what I mean? Like have it at that angle. And there have been
Did they
quote,
try?
unquote,
Did you
zombie-
see him trying the
you know, That's a
crucifix?
good
about it.
fucking point. Shit.
Has anyone sprayed some holy water on these
Maybe if
guys?
they went to
Like,
a
oh,
church
holy
instead
water.
of a mall, they'd all be alive.
Oh.
I just remember
Great
one of the
point.
behind the scenes. Apparently, when they're first rolling the one like dead zombie off the roof
Yeah.
Yeah.
onto the ground or whatever, apparently across the street there was like a funeral service being held or something.
Oh no.
Lovely.
No.
Terrible.
Really?
I want to know what kind of
It was
funeral.
some sort of church service. Okay, I don't remember if it was
Oh
for
my
funeral
God.
specific. I'll say it was a church service.
Hey, life goes on, you guys. Life goes
yeah.
on.
Damn, Emma.
Don't mind
Oh,
us.
blood
Don't mind
deal,
us.
blood da.
Don't mind
Savage.
the dog.
I have an alternative opinion, which like I kind of like that it's open ended because I think it makes my imagination
Mm-hmm.
think. Like, I think naturally we think 2 different ways. We're like, oh, science-based or like spiritual. But like, who knows? Is there some other way that this has happened that can be
Mhm.
explained? Maybe if it's a different,
Maybe it's
like
both.
more in-depth science. Yeah, maybe it's both. Like, we don't really know. And I kind of like that about. I like that they don't
Yeah.
focus a lot of time on that. And it's more just about like literally the story of survival.
Because that's what it is.
Yes.
They don't have time. They don't have time to theorize either.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
they kind of
What
do
happened,
because they're
yeah.
chilling in a mall, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, who gives a shit why they're doing it? We need to get away.
Wait for
Totally,
the
yeah,
shit.
What the fuck are
exactly.
you talking about? Who cares? Yeah.
Okay, well, let's grab our lab coats, jump over to the anatomy lab, because we are going to, well, before we get to the blood work, What is there anything scary in this movie? Were there any scares that worked for you, or do you ever remember being scared, or any jump scares, anything that ever got you?
Yes, and it's the dumbest one. It's the guy sitting in the ambulance
At the beginning.
and then,
Yes, I remember
the
that one.
buzz thing goes off. Scared the shit
Before
out
the
of me.
zombies even appear?
Yeah. And I literally, and I remember that distinctly because I jumped in my seat in the theater and I had two of my friends go, bah!
Right.
Aw.
And like, publicly
But I
dogged out, where
remember-
I was like, oh, but it was so
Right
good.
at the beginning, yeah,
Still
he
scared.
does a good job at building tension there. You wonder, is everything okay in there? For sure.
Yes.
You know what I've been
You
realizing?
just see the legs.
Yeah, I've been realizing more about myself too. Is shadow work gets me. So when Vivian, the little girl, comes out of the shadows and her face is all fucked up, I was like, oh, it didn't scare me, but I was very impressed with that.
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
Stomach.
There's a lot of good tense moments. I know,
Yes.
so I wasn't scared, but I felt
Yeah.
the tension of those moments. Underground when they initially find the dog, and then the dude gets the
Oh,
guy
yeah.
without the legs that
Oh,
monkey
God.
bars.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Jumps down.
Yeah.
It's like
Climbing
a,
along the ceiling.
yeah, I could feel.
Can we
all of
talk
that.
about one scene that like really, 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 even right now, it like makes me want to cry. I hate it because poor Tucker, like just poor Tucker when he's getting dragged behind and the zombies are coming after him and he's handed the gun and he's like shooting, he's doing the Lord's work and shooting, but then he's like, shoot me, shoot me, shoot me. And I'm like, no, I hate that.
At
Yeah,
least he know,
yeah.
but he kind of knows though, which was that like it just because he's kind of the puppy. You know what I mean? At that point,
Sure,
yeah.
you're just like, you don't want to shoot the puppy.
Exactly.
And you're like, well, all right, I guess I should.
Or that when they have to kill the girl's dad or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And Anna runs in first. It's like, Michael's coming to kill you. And he's like, what?
And then he's like, and then Anna's like, well, should we, Tucker's knee hurts. Should we shoot him too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say something that didn't like catch me off guard, but kind of did. And like maybe scared me a tiny bit was Andy's like head explosion. Like I was like, oh shit. Okay. Like, damn. Cause I love when scenes are like just a flashlight or like something like dark. I don't know if you guys have, if you haven't yet, you guys should all, and everyone listening should play Unhinged on Netflix. It's like a new little game that's like interactive with your phone. And I just played it the other night and it's all based on like a flashlight and you use your phone and you actually get phone calls like to your phone as you're playing. Anyway, that's like besides the point, but I love like a flashlight that's sort of like, you don't really know what's going on. And then like all of a sudden we're like, oh shit, there's Andy. And he's like in this tight shot. And then it's like, oh, there we go. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
Oh,
okay,
there he
bye,
goes
Andy.
indeed.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I don't know why this scare I remember working for me because it's one of the most obvious ones and like happens in a million movies. But stuff that happens in the background usually works for me. So when the lady we talked about that actually had a stuntman underneath it, when they like put the sheet over her and we see her sit up in the background. I remember that one like giving me the creeps.
The sit up always
Yeah.
gets me.
For
The, like,
sure.
Mhm.
What did we just see that in? Was it Texas Chainsaw Alley?
no.
We just saw, I watched something the other night and we saw the like sheet go
It
up
might have
and
been
I'm
like a
oh.
sheet turning. Are you thinking about Ghost Ship again?
I'm sorry, I watch a horror movie almost every single night, you guys. Like not
understand.
even just for the
Completely.
past,
They
but
all
just in my
blend together.
life. So,
Mhm.
you know
Awesome.
what? It was Don't Breathe, maybe. I think I was just watching. And like, anyways, this is
So
so
looked up.
besides the point. I'm just trying now in
Sure.
my head to figure
Figure
out what
out
it
what
was.
the
heck
heck
it was.
I always think of
Yeah.
Halloween, but it's not a sheet. But you know, when Michael Myers.
No, I
comes
know.
up
Standing.
behind
That one's funny
Jamie.
though. That one's like low key, like I love it with the glasses. So good.
Oh yeah.
Fatality.
All right, our Gorometer. Don't think too hard about it. The numbers aren't that important, but this is where we try to measure the movie in terms of
Gore.
intensity and consistency. So we scale each of those on a scale of 1 to 5 to get an overall out of 10 score. So how intense do you find this movie? I think it does. That chainsaw scene that
It gets
is
pretty up
intense
there.
itself.
Chainsaw
Yeah.
scene.
The neck pulling. Don't we see like somebody kind of torn in half at one point too? Or is that just
There was
the
like someone
Snyder-
torn in half.
Okay.
There's intestinal eating.
Mhm.
I always remember the one zombie who has half his face eaten off that's missing.
Oh yeah.
And like he's sliding on the glass like in front of the mall when they're
Oh,
locking
yeah,
it
yeah.
down. Was like get some nice goo slime trails and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think intensity for me would probably be maybe knocking it like a 3.75 or a 4.
The zombie.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's like
makes it difficult for me.
Yeah.
Did someone say 4?
Well, also, it's I said 3.75 to a 4.
Can I ask what your what's on your high end of gore for you guys?
The Sadness.
The Sadness.
Are you familiar with The Sadness?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's
a lot.
It's not like it's a lot. It's the highest end I'll like to go on.
Yes, I would not want to watch anything more gory than
let's
that
just say
movie.
out of what we've covered, The Sadness is probably
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing this on my my pink post-it note right now.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, it's a gore fest for sure.
It's a
Where
gore
do
fest.
you guys put like Terrifier?
I would imagine that would end up getting like a 8, 9 area. I don't think it'd get the full 10.
Oh, total or
yeah.
For intensity though, what would you give it for intensity?
Well, which one are we
Terrifier.
talking about? If it's I probably 5
to a
on
5.
all of them, maybe.
Yeah,
because they all have at least that one
For
set
intensity.
piece scene for intensity.
Yeah.
And then consistency would be where it loses some.
Sure. It's
But
not
this
like
is
all the
pretty
time. Like
consistent.
this-
Anyway, I was thinking between a 3.5 and a 4 for the intensity on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like 4 for intensity because
I
it's
could
just
say
like
4.
so fast paced and it's just like you kind of are along for the ride and like all the decision making and just like you don't really get a second to breathe. Like if you're watching this like all the way through, you're just like, oh, what? Okay, now we're doing this. Now we're doing this. Like, it's, yeah.
I'm gonna go 4.5 on intensity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brian, did you say
I
anything?
was gonna say around 4 as well. So I think an average of everything that we've
Average
said.
is it kind of at 4 then? Yeah, because I was 3.5,
let's do that.
4. There was a 4. There was a 4.5. So yeah, let's get.
Mm-hmm.
And then consistency is pretty high too.
Very
I
high,
would be
yeah.
comfortable putting it around a 4 to a 4.5. I mean, it's
I would say
Agreed.
probably a 4 on that too, which makes it if we go with that, that gives it 8 out of 10, which normally an 8 out of 10 I would
Feels
say
really high.
definitely. Yeah, it feels. It would certainly satisfy.
it doesn't
a
feel
gorehound,
that
right?
way.
It doesn't see to me. It
Right.
feels like it should be like a. It doesn't seem like that big of a difference, but
Like
like
a
a 7.
Yeah,
It does make it
I guess. But
What do we think for consistency?
according to the
elsewhere?
scale, yeah.
I say 4.
No, I would say consistency. I give it a 4. I mean, God, it starts from Jump Street and just doesn't stop the entire
Yeah.
film. So,
Totally.
yeah.
Everybody
4.
good with
so like
4?
an 8.
Love it.
Yeah, I think so.
So 8 out of 10
Forward.
does feel
Awesome.
high, but it is what it
There you
is.
go.
I'm looking up the sadness right now.
We're
Tim, you can go.
sorry in advance.
It's okay. We just watched the short film Ari Aster's very first short film.
there's
I've only
Have you
heard
guys seen
about
the
it.
Johnsons.
Yes, yeah, I've heard.
I only heard about it as well.
Okay, here's our homework assignment from the Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks is
Okay.
you guys have to watch that and then please report back to
Absolutely.
to us
Yep.
and let us know what your book report
Okay,
is for that
sure.
one.
Ah.
We love getting Aster Blastered, so I think that like watching the first film
Yeah.
was going to be, or yeah,
Needed
the
to
shorts would be
eventually, right?
fantastic.
Actually, I haven't
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
I've only seen his horror work. I haven't seen.
Well, and it's only 30 minutes, you guys, so it's digestible.
Oh yeah,
Well, I don't know about
terrible way to put
digestible
it.
from what I hear.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, I need you guys to watch it because
Sure.
I'm so curious on your thoughts. So we'll put that as a homework
Okay.
assignment.
perfect.
And the sadness, I don't know what to tell you. Just it's a lot, and prepare to go into something pretty fucked
Just
up.
hang
yeah.
in there. Okay.
Like
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know
not
if
telling you
you're
to watch it. I'm
well-
telling you what it is, and that's your decision.
Yeah.
And this is R.F. Pangborn, right?
It's what?
The director, R.F. Pangborn. Yes.
I don't know. He's like a Canadian, but it's a Taiwanese movie, and
Oh, this might be a different sadness.
it's
Okay.
the sadness.
This is from 2021. Yeah, Rob Jabez.
Yeah, that's his name.
Jabaz.
Oh, okay. I was looking at one from 2008,
I
and
saw
it
that
was.
just pop up.
it-
Yeah.
Did you see that one? Okay.
I don't know
I'm
what
like-
that is.
Okay. So now I know. Now I know which one to look for.
We
Perfect.
consider that the
Yeah,
10 out of
it's-
10. That helped us develop the scale for intensity and consistency.
Amazing. Okay. Perfect. I'm
It's
excited.
depraved.
Depraved, very good word
Sam.
for it. Should it have more or less gore, this movie that we just talked about the gore in it?
I think it's like
it's
the perfect amount.
satisfactory.
Is it weird that I want to say more, and that could just be because I'm watching The Pit, you guys, and now I'm like immune to real medical emergencies.
This is
Ross almost always says more, so I'm curious.
I almost always say yes, but there is, I think the inkling more that I wanted was in the unrated director's cut, because I think that some of the stuff I was like, oh, that could have gone a little longer. They actually did go longer on a lot of those scenes.
Sure.
So I was like, I think I already got it. So like, I mean, obviously we could do a full 10 on the Gorometer, you know what I mean? Like go full tilt boogie with this, but I don't think it necessarily needs it. Cause I think it's especially with like the characters and the gore and things like that. I feel that this plays, the characters aren't comedically themselves. You know what I mean? Obviously their characters are a little bigger than life.
Yeah, they're all stereotypes.
It's almost like but it's like almost comic book style to me. You know what I mean? So it's like they're exaggerated, but not overly exaggerated. So like I feel like the gore is just appropriate.
Just enough so that when we meet them, we go, I know what kind of person this is.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Talk about, we've talked about the climax plenty, and that's the end of the movie. I mean, we've mentioned it more or less a lot at this point. I feel like we've kind of all said it too. It does work for me. I like the ambiguity of like, what happens next? Do we really know if they're dead or not? And I like the way that's told through that found footage in the credits too. Because a movie could almost, when it does end, you're still like, yeah, they are going off to maybe an island. It still kind of ends on a what's going to happen next note. But the found footage gives a little bit more stamp on it. I do have a little behind the scenes. Apparently in March 2024, for the film's 20th anniversary, James Gunn was asked by a fan on Threads about what really happened to the survivors at the end of the film. And he simply replied with, "What survivors?" Implying that they're all killed.
Okay, this might be a good time. This may be a good time to bring up my question, which was about Kenneth. And you guys may already know where I'm going with this, and folks that are listening who have seen this film may already know, but I feel like when Kenneth like hits him, okay, back at the fountain at the mall in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Brian, I see you're like, yes, you know what I'm talking about. Because we see Anna and she is washing off the infected blood, so to speak, off of her arms in this little fountain, right? And then Kenneth, he gets like attacked by one of the zombies and he like cuts himself almost like a little like brain or something, cuts himself, lands in the water, fights the zombie. We end up like sewing it up and then there's just no more that comes of it during the film. And I'm like my boyfriend, the producer, we call him at Spooky Chicks and Horrorflix, he made a good point and was like, well, if you are simply just infected while you were alive, it seems like it's a lot more of a slow burn. It takes you a little bit longer to maybe get infected. And maybe to him, like it's a smaller cut. Maybe it's going to take a bit to like really like start to develop in his bloodstream. So anyways, I all in all just want to know what happens to Kenneth. I want to know if he has now sailed to Tortuga and he's hanging out with Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, is all the rum gone? I want to know.
Yeah.
I think it is interesting. And I've always noticed that because there's like an insert shot of him specifically hitting his arm and like it's supposed to imply something.
Yeah, it seems
so intentional.
Very intentional.
The only reason I think that he's obviously not obviously, but I don't think he's infected is because when, what's the one girl's name? Not the one girl, the dad that ultimately gets turned and has to be killed. Yeah. He seems like he was bitten or had some sort of whatever happened to him not too long ago, and he turned pretty quickly thereafter. So I would think with the amount of time that they are in the
right, they're there for so long because even if it was like a parts per million thing,
that's like the first day that it happens.
Yeah,
but
theoretically they're there for
almost
they highlight it so much too. Yeah,
right.
I would say the ending for me. So the during credit scenes, I guess we'll call it, with the found footage and stuff, that totally works. Love that. I like to think that they all die. But before then, I actually don't particularly love the ending of the escape in the buses and everything. I do. I mean, the Ty Burrell getting shot part is satisfying because he's always been the dick. But that whole sort of climax part, doesn't do much for me. I would say.
You know what's funny, Sam, is I really like this movie, but I get bored in like between the second and third act with all of like the chaos. It's kind of like mumble jumble, and I can take it or leave it. I as a whole, I like the movie, but there's a good chunk of it that I'm like, let's fast forward a little bit.
I'm with you.
I could see that.
Especially with like multiple viewings.
Especially
you know what I mean?
now. I was going to say I didn't feel that way back in the day, but I did feel that way when I watched it for this. I was like, all right, come on.
It does feel the most different and or most generic part of the movie.
Yeah.
In those moments, where I feel like it kind of loses
it does.
And it made me think of Dead Reckoning, which I know Land of the Dead would come out the next year, but there's, the buses feature heavily in that.
Yes.
Awesome.
We all love a good bus, you know.
There's nothing like a good
like a nice armored
post-apocalyptic
bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, a nice armored vehicle. So what did we learn about zombies? Well, specifically with this movie, they can run fast.
Yeah, in this one, I hope you are in shape or you can run faster than the person next to you, right? The old joke.
There you go.
Right. They come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got babies in this one.
Ooh,
true.
Zombabies. I think that Dawn of the Dead walked or ran actually, so that World War Z could sprint.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
So
because we did get World War Z gave us that really classic like zombie pile, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good way to put it. It's like a beehive.
Because watching this, I even thought about that scene and how it would have been like, I thought of it on my own watching them. I was like, oh, it'd be cool to see them all kind of pile up and, that's the World War Z thing.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That happened.
I don't know that we learned much new other than like, if they're fast, like bunker down, you're pretty much fucked if they're fast. When they're slow, you can kind of just run around. Even go out where they are, you can get by them as long as they're not too packed in.
Right.
This you're kind of done for.
Since this is 2004, we're also at the peak of DVD extra content. You're going to get some education about zombies from this film. You're going to get a lot more education from the added materials on the actual DVD, where they have the newscaster of the point of infection.
Oh, it's like 30 minutes long, that thing.
It's 30 minutes. It's literally, it's a mini movie.
Don't you know what I mean? Like, don't you miss all that content that we would get on DVD?
God, I miss that.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
We were just talking about that recently. Yes, for sure.
Yep, with 13 Ghosts, because they had a whole bunch of...
all the extra. It's known for the extra
God, the history of all the ghosts on the... so good.
So cool. Okay, that's next on my list for physical media. I'm building my physical media library now.
Nice.
My dad has a ton. I think I mentioned like he's a huge film buff, but he was like the guy that did like he would like see it on cable and then record it to a DVD. So there's not like like legit copy
commercials and maybe stuff edited for TV.
Yeah, but some of them are. So I have taken as many as I could from my house, and I was at the swap meet earlier today, and I was looking for some horror films. Saw a lot of Jurassic World, circling back to Chris Pratt.
Yeah, well, that'll happen.
I don't know what that says about Jurassic World, but
they
anyway.
suck is what it says about them. But I suggest if you happen to see Final Destination 3 on DVD, that has like a choose your own adventure component.
You guys.
Okay, I'm writing that down again.
I have the box set that's the first 3 all together, and they are all amazing.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Final Destinations.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good.
So fun.
Shout out anybody wants to go back. We covered those as well.
Awesome.
It's time to get to our extra credit questions for this episode. How would we survive? How many of us are being sacrificed?
Nuked. We're nuked. This is extinction level zombies.
No,
I don't
know. Roth, hold on. We make it to the mall. Okay. We're at the mall.
Oh, okay.
Things are going okay. This group of people right here are at the mall. We've made it inside. We've made
We're saying that I've made it to the mall?
Yes.
Yeah. We're
Wow.
all
by sheer luck, we've all made it to the mall.
I made it through the luck phase.
Yes.
Like you were in the trunk of the car, and I somehow found you.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, Allie, when I watched this film, I'm like, I'm the one dragging her by the wrist. Like, come
Literally.
on. Like, you need to just
Get up. Yeah.
That's so good. Okay, I think that I think what would differ from the survival group that we saw in the film versus our survival group in the film is that I feel that we probably would have. I mean, I don't want to see someone starve to death across the street.
No.
Obviously.
And we need guns and ammo.
And we need guns and ammo. I feel like we would have devised a way to thin the horde out front first.
Yes.
Go to the other side of the mall, have a distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like we probably would have used our logic brain a little more on that. So I would give us probably maybe another 30% survivability from our original survivor. Well, if we had a Mr. Rames, like can we have him? Can we have him first?
Can we have him, please? Yeah.
Can we please have him?
But he really wants to get to his brother.
Yes. Okay. That's the caveat.
Yeah.
I think one of the big things depends on if that truckload of weird or infected people come rolling up.
Weirdos.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
How do we handle it? How do we handle the weirdos?
The thing is, you guys, Emma and I are definitely letting those people in.
For sure.
But I think we determined we're doing the quarantine. We understand we can throw people into
anybody
these
who looks the way that lady did. I'd be like,
I'm sorry.
Just,
that lady,
no offense,
like the lady,
but
she looks like the lady from Stories to Tell in the Dark, or
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, what am I'm missing a word. She reminds me of her in the nicest way. And I'm like, that girl, for sure, there's something wrong. So yeah, we're going quarantine.
We can all agree on that. Yes.
If I ever see anybody who looks like a character from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, they need to be
quarantined
separated
immediately,
or I need to be separated. Yeah, that is not good.
I mean, I think if we just kind of play that out, I think we have a good chance of making it to some extent.
I think the big danger is making changes. Change.
It's like then it comes down to how long can you last within this world with supplies and all that, and that just is
right. We got to help out Andy, and we need all the shit he has over there. So that would be like first priority.
I feel like
after we fortify the.
If we think that after, let's say we can last in this mall for like a month, don't we think that we can stay quiet enough and like not make enough of a stir within the mall to have the zombies be distracted? And they're going to lose. They're going to find a deer. A deer's going to run by or something.
Distracted by something else.
Yeah. So like, let's have them all kind of fade away, and then we can get Andy and all of his shit over to the mall, and then we're golden.
Unless they're all coming to the mall because it's like the lizard brain and the zombie, that part, which they kind of touch on this, not like
a little bit
huge.
Because
I think that's the fear. That's the fear, I think.
Well, that's great because in 2026, if we're in this year, that's not as much of a threat because people don't go to the malls, except for the youths are starting to go back.
Actually, that is a really good point because like in Orlando, there was the Fashion Square Mall, which was just a dead mall. If we showed up to that, we would starve to death because there's nothing. There's like, well, okay, let me tell you.
There's a couple of vape stores in there. And
we could be vaping and eating Cinnabons for about 2 weeks.
Sam's like, hell yeah.
That sounds great.
Oh my goodness.
The mall that was Brian and I's mall, our hometown mall, is currently torn down and they're building like apartments there.
Oh my!
Wow! Oh my god!
Yeah, I was a little mall rat, so yeah, I spent a lot of time there. I would always think about the ways to, I don't know, survive in that mall. Yeah, this is fucking tough, especially because it wasn't 2 stories or anything like that. Okay, I think we got a chance there.
Well. Yeah, and now this mall might have like 3 different car stores. Like it could have a Tesla store, it could have a convenience store. Like there's that element too.
Right.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah, I think like one big thing is you got to take like inventory, and what that means can be up to interpretation. It could be inventory of food, inventory of different kind of stores with resources. Maybe it's all of the above. I'm myself assigning everybody. I'm like, you go to all the car or like transportation related things. You go to anything that's food. You go to anything that's like water.
First thing we need is a ledger.
Oh my god! I'd be
Yes,
like, I just
Emma for
survived a
president.
zombie attack, and you want me to do inventory night?
Jinx, we're gonna get political now.
I'll pay you in cornbread.
There we
Just
go.
like-
Okay, sold.
just if you could do this for me, Brian.
Fantastic.
Then, yeah.
So, how would we feel about our hero level? We kind of measure our hero level here with a tenacity
hero's Anna,
score,
right?
and an iconography score. Yeah, we're gonna go with Anna. So, how tenacious is she on a scale of 1 to 5? I think she's pretty. I'd say that's a pretty high number.
tenacious.
Yeah.
She deals with
she-
waking up and dealing with
Yeah,
this shit.
she can
Yeah.
quickly get into survival mode and just.
I don't
go.
know if this is high for you guys, but she feels 5
Yeah.
to me. Like,
I would say so.
I could go
Yeah,
there.
I could absolutely
Yeah,
go there. I
easily.
mean, like, because this is one
Especially
of
considering what she deals with when she wakes up specifically
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and,
And
how
with
she
no
gets away
shoes.
and everything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And all without a pair of shoes on for sure. Now, this
Right.
is the tougher part. The iconography, like the visual image of her. It's hard. Like you wouldn't.
Unfortunate. Even at a con, I'm not sure I would recognize somebody cosplayed as her character from this movie.
So
You'd
true.
be like a
I
nurse
agree.
with some blood splatter and blonde hair. It'd be tough.
I think she would work in like a group costume,
Yeah.
but then like to your point, it's just like she doesn't really work like individually, and that's kind of sad for her. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I kind of wish she had something more.
especially in like in the
She was in a mall. She could have got anything.
dude, especially in third
Totally.
act, where like if you're gonna go full like Mad Max with the vehicles, go a little Mad Max
Yeah.
with the clothing.
Give her
You know
some
what I mean?
leather.
Like,
Let's go to the REI. Let's get some tactical clothing
less biteable.
like that's made for up. Yeah, exactly. Like,
Well, yeah. There's clearly the sports store in there.
Yes.
He put padding, like all sorts of like. Just,
Sure.
I
yeah.
think
Protection.
going back to the fact that it is an ensemble cast, like it's harder to get an icon out of an ensemble cast, you know?
true.
it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the one security guard who puts his belt on and
Oh,
no
God.
pants. It's how that guy walking around.
Oh, that was pretty good.
So good.
That was pretty good.
Something.
So what? One,
Like a
2.
2 to be generous.
Yeah,
2 to
Oh,
be
I would say
generous.
like
Yeah.
a 1. Oh, like a literal 1.
1.5.
Yeah.
1.5 then.
Perhaps.
We'll give it the average. So that gives her a 6.5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we'll move to our villain level, which we'll just call fast zombies.
Fast
There's no
zombies.
real
Yeah.
featured zombie in this, whereas the
No.
Romero films, I feel
Yeah.
like, usually have a featured zombie. This is just
Sometimes, yeah.
fast zombies.
Yeah, I mean, closest thing we got to
Yeah.
like a featured zombie would be the little girl from the front. You know what I mean? Our
The
first
beginning,
introduction to
yeah.
him, but like that's kind of a stretch, though.
Or
I'm
the
kind of
big
bummed that
lady
she
or the
wasn't like-
baby. I mean, there's some featured things, but like
Let's not forget
It's
about
still-
Zombie.
I'd say it's kind of what it is with most zombies too. It's overall just all of these
Right.
zombies.
But I think
They're
the
fast.
the pivotal thing here is where this is kind of our big introduction to a speedy zombie. I think that's pretty emblematic of an
Mhm.
iconic thing.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's fast
exactly.
zombies, and they're also hoarding. they're,
Yeah,
they're,
yeah.
they're hordes.
Yeah.
So
They're hoarding.
you have the multiplication factor, right? It's not just getting away from one fast zombie. It's, hundreds,
Dense.
thousands
Yeah.
of.
So this is a
Fast
measure of
zombies.
power level in iconography. So how
Right.
powerful
Yeah.
are all
Powerful
these
level,
zombies here?
power level, I'd give like 4.5 when
Dude.
you build in like the horde factor.
Yeah,
Because
and
Yeah.
when
it is defeatable, but
it's
Mhm.
defeatable,
Right.
but when a 350-pound woman can suddenly run a
Full speed.
4-minute mile,
Yeah.
mhm.
that's powerful.
yeah.
Suddenly she has the strength of a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, what's
But you just gotta
Uh,
put get her in
Lagu.
that
I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
that
it
was luck.
4.5.
I can
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
1.5s all
Yeah.
around.
do that?
And iconography, I don't think these zombies stand out. Like the original Dawn of the Dead, they all have that like blue Smurfy
Blue.
hue, right? So they're
Yeah.
like very, I would know it if I saw it. I don't
They're
think,
iconic.
yeah, I don't think there's anything, again, cosplaying. I'm not sure I would have any idea what zombie movie it was from.
Agreed. I would say 1, maybe
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
0.5.
I'd say 1, just to give it to it because maybe if I did see the big lady,
Or the
Yeah.
zombie baby.
or
the little
Burt
girl with the
Reynolds,
face,
or Jay Leno zombie.
If there's a little girl on, if there was a little girl with roller skates on as a zombie, I'd be like, I think I know where
Give it
you're
a
from,
little bit
but
for
let me
those
know.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be cooties or something too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that gives 5.5 total, which is less than our hero. So in theory that works, although, our hero does end up getting it at the end, but don't we all?
Right.
True.
Well, ambiguous, but yeah.
But don't we all?
But don't we all? Should Dawn of the Dead 2004 have a sequel? And for giggles, what would your sequel idea be?
Yeah, I mean, I would have done a sequel with this same team, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And made it, and I would have loved to follow our same people, maybe Ving Rhames and Sarah Polley, or some people make it out. They're off the island. Maybe now they're on a boat trying to find safety. Who knows?
Sure.
I agree.
I'm gonna argue.
I agree.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh.
I'm gonna say I'm happy when things just die a happy death.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But then this movie never would have been made because it's
That's so true. That is so true, Sam. And I'm just full of contradiction, but I stand by what you're saying.
Fair. I love that.
All right. You could probably have a fun one where it doesn't have to be with the same group, or you could have something where almost like a Dead Island, where you start on the island and then you have the thing. So you have this impending doom, kind of like the Romero films, where it hasn't hit the island, but then it's the prepping, inner turmoil. You can get a lot of the Romero style inner person conflicts before the zombies even show up, and then kind of have this climactic kind of invasion of the island.
And the movie ends when Sarah Polley and them show up on the island.
Yeah.
There you go. When the zombie content stops being about zombies and starts being about interpersonal or interhuman conflict, are you still interested?
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna have to have someone's face get eaten off every 10 minutes. It's just you got to sprinkle in the social commentary when you can.
Absolutely.
Right.
When, for instance, when The Walking Dead, when they were in whatever that compound was, and the mayor was the villain, I was like, I don't know about this. I need I need more zombies.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, it's give me some more.
That's
I have a
interesting
weird-
because the whole series though is interpersonal conflict, and zombies are just kind of
Totally.
featured.
But
on
that
the side.
specifically. Go ahead.
I have a weird way that this film could go, and this is please take this with a grain of salt. This is just how my brain works, and I don't know, it just started it started snowballing, but I have to say it out loud for the sake of this podcast. But I'm thinking Kenneth survives. Everybody has died on said island that they went to. It's just Kenneth, right? He gets weirdly picked up by some crew, and they're like, come with us. We have this place that we're going to take you where we have some experimentation going on. And then now all of a sudden he is in Deep Blue Sea and he has replaced LL Cool J's character maybe.
Wow.
Or maybe he has something a little bit more profound. Maybe LL Cool J is still there, but he comes in, and then there are zombie sharks that get introduced. I don't know, guys.
Mixing
again,
some
my brain.
Fulci
Loving
vibes now.
this.
Yeah.
Loving
Can
this.
you guys?
Zombie versus shark should always happen.
It's just I'm going, and I'm just letting my brain roll with
Here,
it.
No
I'm
bad
gonna-
ideas. Just keep it going.
I'm going to go with a different
Yeah.
direction. I'm going to take us a couple steps back. All right. We're at the dock. Okay.
Okay.
We're at the dock. I'm going to say yes to a
We're at
sequel
the
now, only if it's this one. And it's okay. So we're at the dock, and, we're all going to get into this boat with our crew. And Michael is like, oh, just kidding. I've been bit. I'm going to leave. I'm going to, he does his goodbye, whatever. And oh no, Michael, we can, whatever. And they go off on the boat. You know what? Michael lives. All of the people in the boat, they're fucked. Michael, he's our survivor. Michael lives.
Wow. Maybe he's immune.
Yeah.
He's
it turns into
Typhoid Mary type of thing.
Yeah. He's immune from the virus.
Whoa.
Or
Michael
like
lives.
I think
spiritual-
okay, so Brian, cut this out of the pod. This is our incubation of all of us coming up with a film that we're going to work on together.
Can we-
We're gonna
okay.
throw it together.
So
Ving
Michael
Rhames
lives because he
now.
has Michael has he has like the cure because he is immune, and then we run in that now. We're in New York. We're with I am Legend, Will Smith. We need to get them together.
They are legend.
They are
legend.
Someone needs to connect all of these zombies. Like
Zombies and
Brad Pitt is somewhere
Oh my
along the
gosh,
way.
yeah.
You don't know.
I think I like it.
Who's
I
gonna
love
die
all
this
that.
time though?
Sorry, guys.
I love
We're very, you know,
No, please. So as
Thinking
are we.
outside
out there in the
No, it's
clouds.
perfect.
Well, we like to pick a prop that we could keep from the movie. If we could pick any prop, what would anybody want? Anybody got any ideas?
Ooh.
Any keepers?
Would we consider Zombaby a prop?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, totally.
Absolutely.
I would.
Doesn't
I would
take
like
up much room either.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of like everyone's obsessed with like scary little babies right now. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? At like
No.
at
I've
Halloween.
seen 'em.
No.
You know what I'm talking about, Brian? You know what I'm saying?
There's like an
Like,
entire aisle of like
yeah, I don't
weird
like
babies.
Those
that.
little vampire baby
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
zombie
yeah.
babies.
I'm not down
or-
with that, but give me like that specific Zombaby, and like I would like that up in my horror office or my hoffice, as I call it.
I love that.
Mhm.
Oh,
Better
man,
than
I'd
your
I'll definitely
Orphis.
take.
the boat keys. I take the boat keys
What about?
because it's small. It's
Oh, the
gonna
boat
be-
keys. That's a nice
Yeah.
small hang it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take one of the buses.
I'll take the boat.
One of the buses.
One of the apocalypse buses that they make.
Brian, hell yeah! Wait, you need the one. You need the one with the thing in the front with like the teeth that
The
Nicole
painted
cow
teeth.
catcher thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
That's badass.
Drive around.
Yeah,
in
I'll
that.
take the prosthetic suit for the big zombie lady.
Hell
What are you
yeah!
gonna do with that?
Hell yeah!
Just put it
jogging.
on a mannequin, put it on
Just
display.
put it on.
Allie,
Put it
that's
on
when
and
we're
go
gonna
jog.
cosplay.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember?
Got it. Yeah.
Trick or treat.
Love it.
My
Yeah.
kids will love it.
Or the cooler with the head in it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, very nice.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
That was
I did
really
like that.
That'd be a fun
I did
one.
like
Hey,
that.
can you
quite
go
a lot.
grab
Take the
me a drink?
treadmill.
You could-
I'd like to have a treadmill.
Okay,
It's so
I'd like to
hot
work
outside
out.
right now.
All right.
It's a good idea. Cool. We also like to ask if you're going to like a midnight show where you can yell things at the screen and throw stuff. What would you be doing there? Like, are there any good moments like Rocky?
I
Horror
think
Picture
during
Show,
when the
essentially.
husband gets his throat ripped out and she's trying to like fix
Oh.
it, just throwing band-aids while she's like trying to fix his throat.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, band-aids during that. Sam nailed it. You got a
Yep. Nailed it.
Oh. Yeah.
All over the place.
Oh, I'm glad we got one.
Of course, Allie and I do it in sync.
Yes.
Like,
Simultaneously.
I'm telling you guys, we do it like all the time.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think
That's
I
good
would
enough.
throw running shoes at
Yes.
Anna in the
Shoes.
beginning.
You can all throw
Shoes.
shoes during when she needs them.
Shoes for
sure.
everyone.
I'm like,
you get a
girl.
shoe. You get a shoe.
You get a shoe.
You get a shoe.
Everyone needs a
get
shoe.
shoes.
And last, for this little bit before we move on, what is the concession vessel for this vehicle? Popcorn bucket, drink holder, whatever they have at the movie theater.
A head.
Promotional.
A head's good.
Zombie
Yeah, I
head.
was gonna say the head and the
Yeah.
cooler
Yeah.
would be a great,
Oh,
the cooler
yeah.
with a little head at the bottom of it. You fill it up with
Yeah.
popcorn.
I feel like
It's
that's
really-
unanimous.
Yeah.
I agree.
Nailed
They should
it.
hire us.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's go to ratings.
I only want your fingers.
Should we all like cut our fingers open and bleed on it?
Can you wrap your fingers around this?
I'll take a Voorhees burger and a slide of Jason's fingers.
Show them.
We used to cut our fingers off when we rated, but we've changed it a little bit, so that's why that's
But
so
we haven't
finger
changed the
heavy.
drop, so.
Yeah. On this show, we use a grading scale of 0 to 5 points. Each point represents a different quality about a movie. These ratings are intended to be subjective about how we feel about a movie, not if the movie is objectively good or bad. Those points are engaging, sticky, stuffable, cockles, and rewatchable. We'll go through them all. Start with us. Sam, I'm going to have you go first.
Me go first.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind. Dawn of the Dead, 2004. Engaging. I'm actually going to have to give it a 0.75. I didn't expect to. But there are parts, kind of like Allie was saying, where you just kind of tune out. It's not really the pacing just kind of loses me a bit, and it is towards the third act, I would say, for sure. But otherwise, I'm fully engaged. Especially, it actually starts off. We talked about it. It's very gripping. The beginning. Sticky. I haven't watched this in a long time because it was one of those movies I watched so much that eventually it just like never got watched again. But there was nothing I forgot, and there was plenty that I've always remembered and referenced since then. So I'll give it a full 1 for Sticky. I've thought about it and I haven't forgot it. Stuffable, anything I'd want for this movie. I had the poster for this movie hanging on my wall forever, the actual movie poster, because Brian and I worked at a movie theater when it came out. I don't have anything now. I mean, I guess I still have the DVD. Do I want anything? Would I want a shirt? Would I like to have a poster again? I don't know. It didn't hit me the same as it used to either, but I'll give it a 0.5 because if there was something rad, I wouldn't pass it up, but it would have to be rad. Cockles, how does it make me feel? Honestly, I have more nostalgia for how it made me feel than how it made me feel on this rewatch. It was a little like, oh, I don't like this like I thought I did. So I'll give it a 0.75 because it's almost there. It's just not what I thought it to be. And then rewatchable will get a 0.5. You don't have to twist my arm to watch it, but I'm not dying to see it again either. Just kind of like how it had been. So that gives it a 3.5 out of 5, which is much lower than I anticipated coming in at, but I'm going to leave it.
Ooh. All right. I'll go next, and then Ross, I'll let you go after me.
Cool.
Engaging. I'm going to give it a 0.75 for engaging, kind of the same reasons before. There's just a few points where it just is not as good as other parts are. Sticky, I'll give it the full 1. There's not much that I have forgotten about this movie, and I've certainly thought about it plenty after the fact. It makes you think about what would you do in a mall. Like, I mean, it just... in this situation. Stuffable, I'll tend to agree. Like, the stuff I would like to own for it would be the DVD, just a physical copy of it. I don't necessarily need a t-shirt of it. There's cool enough stuff. I think the coolest imagery to put on and do something with is like the girl, the shadows, and like some of the more memorable zombies. So 0.75, I'll give it. Cockles is going to get a 1. It warms the cockles of my heart, certainly, just for nostalgia feels, and I think that's a heavy part of it, but I think it does a very good job at being new at the time in the zombie world. And rewatchable, I'll give a 0.75 because I could easily throw this on. It was a very easy watch for me to go through. And a 4.25 I feel like is pretty good for me. I was expecting it to be 4 or higher.
Nice.
All right, Ross.
Mrs. Purvis, I think you mean.
Yes, sorry, Mrs. Purvis.
Mrs. Purvis. Engaging. Engaging is gonna. I kind of agree. Engaging is gonna get the 0.75, and I feel it's just because just a few different lull points. But then I've also watched this 10,000 times, so my attention span is kind of dwindled as the more I've watched this movie. Sticky, full 1. I mean, like, God, it's seared into my brain, me sitting in the theater and watching this the first time. Stuffable, I think I'm going to give I originally had it at I think I'll do a 0.5. And it's not because like there's so much cool stuff that you could do with, like, I had the poster, I still have the physical media. But I think like what you're saying is that there isn't like an icon zombie in this, and if it had an icon zombie, then it would be, I mean, Stuffable would be a 1. You know what I mean? Where it's like just because we don't have that, we just kind of have like, not generic zombies, but just zombies. You know what I mean? They might be a little more gory or splashier, but it kind of diminishes that a little bit for me. Cockles, viscerated. It has the humor is there, the gore, just the sloppiness of it. Like, even when they're filming the zombies, the camera work almost seems feral. You know what I mean? So it's like it just has this like raw energy that I really like revisiting, especially the saturated grit.
Saturated grit.
Yeah, it's such a great way of putting it too, because like it's you sink into it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's to the extent of say like Grindhouse. You know what I mean? Where like where it's like you know what I mean? Where they're manipulating things so it like looks like it's on 35mm, but like this is it has this mood, and I fucking love this mood because it's like this. It's all the good parts of the 2000 era, like horror movies, but like none of the schlocky shit for me. And although that could be very argued at this point about some of the schlockiness, and then Rewatchable is going to get a 1 because I watched this. This is like the first, if not second, zombie movie I watched during the Halloween season. And I'm also that fucking weirdo that I will watch the entire movie and I have to watch the half-an-hour news report special features because that is on YouTube. And you can watch that immediately. So
yeah, I watched it just throwing them on after.
Yeah, I'm like, you should always watch the extra stuff. We just did Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, and I watched like a full hour just like making of on YouTube the other day, and it was just like, it's so cool.
God, Sometimes the behind the scenes is like so much more illuminating and interesting.
Absolutely. It can really get you into a movie. Ross, I missed your cockles. Was that a 1?
1. Yes.
Seemed like it was a 1.
Eviscerated.
Yeah. Eviscerated.
4.25 for you, bud.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with it. I think it has maybe a little wiggle room, but yeah, it feels good because I think I
might
think
change
the
on
point,
re-ratings.
Well, might change on re-ratings. Yeah, I think unfortunately it doesn't happen to a lot of movies, but I think with this one is that when I initially saw it, 5, and I think that it's kind of eroded over the thousands times that I've seen it. But it's still high. I mean, God, after watching it like 10,000 times, like still having it as a 4.25, I ain't mad about that.
Great. Thank you, Ross. All right, Emma, I'll have you go and we can walk you through this.
I'm curious what Ali thinks first, actually. I'm gonna pass it to
I'm
her.
gonna go. I have thoughts, and I'm pretty on par with what you guys have said. Is I have such a fondness and a nostalgia for this movie that perhaps I should just keep it in the nostalgia box rather than revisit it from time to time because it might be happier in that little box. But that being said, I still love it, like you guys are also saying. So an engagement, and this has less to do with the movie and more to do with me as a person. Engaging is a 0.6 because I think I just like think I have ADHD and it's getting worse over time. So it just could have to do with that as well. But it's just, like I said, you lose me a little bit at parts, and so you lose some points for that. Sticky, however, is a 1 because I think, Sam, you were saying you hadn't seen it and you kind of don't have to because it's so ingrained in your brain. It's like a literal second language to me. So definitely a 1 for me. I hope someone's doing math or tracking this because I'm bad.
We're tracking.
Okay. For stuffable, this will never be below a 0.8 for me because I am a hoarder. So this for me is a 0.9 because I like this movie and I would want basically anything merch wise. It's not a full 1 because, like we keep saying, there's not so much iconography here, but just more nostalgia factor. So it's going to be a 0.9 for me here. I love stuff. Can somebody say this so I don't say this wrong? Yeah,
cockles. It's like the cockles of your heart. If you heard that expression, warms the cockles of your heart, is how it makes you feel.
Got it. Something in my brain is saying a different word, so I'm not going to say that.
It's fine. I can't imagine what you're talking about.
So Ali is the naughty co-host.
So this one for me, I also agree with you, Sam. I think kind of like to what I was just saying, I think my memory of it is a lot happier than what it is as a 30-something-year-old in 2026. But it's still a 0.9 for me because it is, I would say it's a top 10 favorite film of mine, horror film of mine.
Wow,
because it is that nostalgic for me. It's hit me at such a point in my life that this was one of the first ones that I was like, fuck yeah, horror. So it's really, it warms me even though I have eroded and so has this memory of the movie. Yes, I have eroded as a human.
You're the problem now, not the movie.
I know, for real. That's the story, right? Okay, rewatchable. I'm going to give it a 0.8 just because it's a little lower because I do have an attention thing, an engagement thing just as a human being. So it's a 0.8 for me because I will throw it on and it is always fun, but I'm not like, let's put it on. You know, if it's on, hell yeah.
Sure.
So where does that land me?
4.2 out of 5. How does that feel to you?
Oh, lower than I thought, but I'm happy.
All right.
I'll stick with it.
Nice. All right.
Okay, I'm going to round us out, guys. Okay.
Engaging.
So I'm going to go 0.75 for engaging. I didn't feel like it deserved like a full 1, but I still felt like, I was kind of like, I'm enthralled. I want to know what's going on. I'm going to say 1 for Sticky. Sticky to me, it does feel like still something, like even though I love the original, it's like this is still something to me that it's like I still think about. It's still in my brain. It's sticky and like it has stuck to my brain. And then going for Stuffable, I'm gonna go 1 because I don't know if it's out there. but I want some Kenneth Murphy.
Okay.
All right.
And if it's not out there, we will make it. You heard it here first. Like we are not above making. If you guys like The Witch, we have made some Black Phillip merch because we have find a lack of Black Phillip merch out there, and it really pisses me off. So to me, I'm like,
DIY.
Let's make a shirt all about Kenneth. Like I just love him.
Wait, let's reframe this. That we are like thinking about this Stuffable because the options aren't there, you guys. The options aren't there.
Right.
We have to make options.
That's true.
And then the score will increase across the board.
That's true.
Exactly. So Stuffable 1. Okay, I think you guys are gonna like this one. My cockle score is a 1.5.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Beyond.
All right.
Yeah. Is that the nostalgia that gets you there?
It's the nostalgia. Yeah.
Isn't it
like
AP,
it's just
of course.
That's it.
It's watching. No, Allie, for real.
She's
Watching. It's watching not only with my dad, it's watching with my dad when I first saw it. It's watching with my AP Films class when I was a senior in high school. It's watching when I was in college and just felt like watching a zombie movie that I had already seen. And I'm like, yeah, why not put this one on? And then it's like watching it in preparation to be here with you guys. So like, I'm going to go, I'm a little softy. I'm the softy of this group. I think it's like me and then Ross. Right. So, love you, Ross.
That's true.
So 1.5 for that. And then I think rewatchable a 1, because honestly, I felt like it would just be crazy if I went above a 1, but like, I do feel like I would rewatch. Okay. This is going to sound weird. And this may be just like a woman experience, or anyone who wears makeup, I should say. This is a film that I was like, I feel totally comfortable watching this in the background of doing something, whether that's like doing my hair, doing my makeup, doing like, I'm getting ready for the day, or I'm like making my coffee for the morning, or like what happens. It's just like, I feel like I can hear it and I kind of know what's going on and I don't need to see it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I talk about that. I usually refer to that as like a Sunday afternoon movie or something. But background movies, something where like, I'm cleaning the house, I'm doing whatever, and I just put it on.
I'm like, I can go take Cowboy out my dog for a walk, and he has no idea what's happening, but I'm like listening to it, and I'm like, oh, I've seen this movie enough times that I can actually picture the scenes of it, and it's like it's not like a surprise to me. It's not like overly complicated. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think that puts me at a.
That gives you a 5.25, which broke the scale.
Highest we've ever had.
Anybody rate something higher than a 5?
Do you ever give the award for teacher's pet?
Is it me?
Thank you.
Do you want it? We could.
I think she's got it.
You guys, I want you to meet Mr. Johnson, my films teacher. Like he was literally, he changed my life.
That's
he
awesome.
changed my life. So
I love that.
like,
oh yeah.
So does that sound right to you? But 5.25, do you love it that much? Beyond the, you couldn't do this on Letterboxd.
Let's just do it. Let's just, commit. Yeah.
Commit.
Perfect. I love it. So thanks for going through the scale with us. We came up with that. A big part of it, at least for why I wanted to come up with it, was so we could try and rate every movie the same. And they'd all be treated the same as far as scores go.
Love that.
Something like Troll 2, which we enjoy very much, could get technically a high score.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it could still get 5 out of 5.
You're talking to two girls who are absolutely obsessed with Leprechaun.
Oh, that fits.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yes.
you get so bad it's good.
So bad
Awesome,
it's good.
so much. All right, so let's figure out what our study buddies have to say real quick. The Sore Thumb Collector Blake himself says, it's an okay zombie flick. The zombies are fast and the characters are all stupid. Why would your first thought be go to the mall? There's some good gore and has an awesome opening sequence, but otherwise it's your run-of-the-mill undead film. Which is probably the most mediocre response we got to it, I think.
The least, excited. Yeah, which is cool.
Right.
It's a take,
Different take.
you know?
There you go.
Hey, we appreciate everyone's
Exactly.
different tastes.
Mm-hmm. Then we have T-Boo from the Nightclub Podcast. He said, I'm going to give it an A. I think Snyder really knocked this out of the park. I saw this back in the Gap in the theater as well, so there's some built-in nostalgia, but back when I covered it, the movie still did the damn thing.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Mike from People Under the Scares says, I was obsessed with this movie when it came out. Isolated in a mall, big cast for a high body count, fast zombies, down with the sickness during the credits. What else could I ask for?
Truly.
So,
Now you guys understand my over 5 score. Like, Jesus Christ, you guys. Like, come on.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow.
And a wah to you too.
Yes.
Then we have Scotty from over at Fun with Horror. Scotty says, this movie took me 2 viewings to really appreciate it. It's very commonly listed as one of the best horror remakes ever, and I agree. As a kid, I actually used to daydream about being locked in a mall, being able to do whatever I wanted with a group of friends. It's a weird fantasy, but I'm a weird guy. So when I found out there was a zombie movie in which survivors barricaded themselves in a mall, I was all for it. The remake has one of the best openings of any horror movie. There are a few moments of the humans being dumb, but that's okay. I still enjoy the movie quite a bit. 4 out of 5 stars.
Awesome.
Oh,
Nice.
Thank you, Scotty. And Brian, what is the 3 students of horror's average rating on this one?
So this gives it a 4.0 or 4 from us, which would be a B plus. That's myself, Sam's, and Ross's score averaged together, which is good. I'm glad it made it in the 4 and above club. But I did go ahead and average our guest score together. So together, Emma and Ali, yours would have been a 4.725. Other 4.0s in our book here would be, we have VHS 94, Krampus, My Bloody Valentine, Final Destination 3, American Psycho, Final Destination
God.
Bloodlines. Yeah, some there.
you guys, we need to have a movie night.
I think it truly, guys, it would I'm not joking, that would make our whole life if we had a little movie night together.
Absolutely.
So
That'd be great.
we
can
that.
plan
We could
to
try.
it.
We'll figure out we did.
We'll come to
do it
San
on Discord,
Diego.
right?
There we go. Just come to San Diego.
Yeah.
Well, we
Let's go
are
to San Diego.
we are so happy to join the Discord, and then if you guys ever make it to San Diego, or we make it over to the East Coast,
All different places.
you know? Oh, yeah. 3
Maybe
different
just come
places
here.
at once.
Yeah.
It might be a
I
little
was in
easier.
Florida recently.
Oh,
A horror con. We'll meet up at a
there we
horror
go.
con somewhere.
there it is. Awesome. Well, that will conclude this episode of Students of Horror. Thank you so much, Emma, Ali. We were so happy to have you here. Please promote
You guys
yourself
are awesome.
one more
we
time.
love
Let
you.
the people know if you want and whatever you want them to know.
Yes. Thank you guys again so much for having us. We really, really love you guys. We love your podcast. We listen to it. We're just so happy to be here. And you can find us on any platform that you listen to podcasts at Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks, Instagram, TikTok, what have you. And just follow these guys. Follow these guys, and maybe follow along to our future movie night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Done and done.
We could do a watch along. And then, thank you so much for coming on. I'm so happy that, it was able to work out. I know for our schedules, it doesn't, we have sort of limited availability when we reach out to invite guests on. So I'm very happy that you were able to make it work and join us. And I think I can speak for all of us when I say we'll definitely want to have you back.
Oh,
for sure.
absolutely.
We would love to be back, and we don't do guests at this time, but in the future, once we do, we would love to have you guys on.
Once you're on a Zoomy type of
Whatever.
the
Absolutely.
situation may be.
Yeah, we love you guys. You are one of the founding people who can be on the podcast first. So you're on the small.
Should we cover the sadness? Should we cover the sadness?
Oh my God, wait, Ali.
If you want, just know it's your choice.
Ali, let's maybe watch it first together on Wednesday.
Oh God, okay, fair enough. 2 girls watching it alone.
You got to report
Yeah,
back.
we need that.
Yeah,
report.
we'll let you guys know how
We
it
have our homework. You have.
Yeah.
You don't have
Okay.
your homework. We're not giving you this as homework, but if it happens,
no.
report back.
Yeah, yes.
It's okay. Give it to us
We're
as homework.
informing
It's
you
okay.
of its existence.
It's okay.
Okay, if you're enjoying the show, want to stay connected to us, follow at Students of Horror on Instagram and Threads. If you want to see Ross's killer tattoo work, follow at Ross Purvis on Instagram. You can follow me. I am now at Machete Sam on Letterboxd. I changed it, finally got rid of the chettle. Machete Sam. And Brian is at Birdwitched on Letterboxd. That's Bird with a Y and Witch with an I. If you want to check out what we're watching, movies we're rating, lists I'm making, all
He's a
that
list
type
boy.
of fun stuff.
If you want to hang out with us and fellow members of the study group, join our Discord, become part of the community. There's a link to all that gooey goodness in the show description below. And until next time, ooh, ah, 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 ah.